Dash, but we're joined by Dash
Talking
and
in
Dave.
the third person. That's
The
so
way
weird.
The way you feel.
What's going on, everybody? As I have my mic above me, welcome to the Juventus Empoli watch along. I am coming in hot with your buddy Dash here, and maybe a special guest might join in, depending on whether or not the Wi-Fi is good or the internet is good where he is. So we'll see. I think he's in. He is in, as it's on the ground.
Hey.
It's everybody's
Let's go,
favorite
guys.
Canuck. It's everybody's favorite Canuck, Dave, at Empoli right now.
My signal isn't good, but take what you can get of this.
Okay. So Dave has been caged in, just absolutely locked down because he is an absolute beast. Can you hear me at all?
I can't hear anything. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm here. I'll try to get in with you later. Signal's crap. I'm sorry. I'll send pictures and take plus video. Forza Juve.
Show us your calves. Nope, we lost him. We lost him. Sorry, Frankie. He will not show you your calves. If you go on the Discord, you can actually see his calves. I believe he posted a video of his calves. So, holy smokes, I am all over the damn place. So, pulling up the starting lineup here. So, it's a little bit different from what I went over yesterday in the pre-match video. Some things that are a little bit different. I know Frankie is absolutely gone bonkers. Yes, Gatti did get this start here. I thought about Frankie when I saw it. This is going to be your back three of Bremer, Danilo, and Gatti. So kudos to Gatti. He did win the starting position from Sandro for this game. The wingbacks, I'm a little bit curious to see how this works. Kostic and McKennie. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit surprised with them starting, but hey, you never know. Something might happen. And then you have in the middle of the park, you got Mirete, Locatelli, and Rabiot with Chiesa and Dusan up top. And Dave, can you hear me? Or
Any better over here?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think it's a little bit better here. I'm in the corner.
Okay, Frankie wants to see your calves.
He wants to see my
Calves. There you go. Boom. There's your calves.
There's my cat. Here, I'll get you a bit of scenery at least before I sign off here.
How was getting your way in there?
And just want to point out that Empoli shows up on a short bus. So I don't know if you can see it, but Empoli has a short bus.
That's actually funny.
Anyways, I have pictures of it. But yeah, I'll try to check in again at halftime, see how good the signal is, and then post game should be a bit better.
I gotcha. No problemo.
Oh.
Frankie says premium
content. I think I'm breaking up again. I'll catch you guys later.
Alrighty, Davo. We'll see you then. As Dave is coming in and out. All right, Jeff saying good. Hopefully, I'm glad Gatti will continue to start. Frankie says premium content. Yes, at the Turn Giants, we do this thing called Only Calves. It's so stupid. It's funny. Only Calves. Jeff saying LMAO, the short bus. That's really funny because like that's like a US joke. So it's like that's actually a thing. Oh my god, that's really funny. Frankie saying, with how close he is to the camera, some good memes can be made. Well, good thing you can get the replay of this. Huh. Interesting. They're not showing my scoreboard. I'm kind of getting a little bit irritated here. Copy this URL. I'm trying to get the scoreboard loaded for you guys while we're waiting for kickoff here. Let's see, ugly one. That's not the one that I want. There we go. View. Bam. Now I got it. Now I just gotta load it while I'm loading up my stream. Because honestly, folks, I just literally just ran in from work. So I am all over the place. So, how are you guys feeling today? You guys excited for this one? No? Yes? Maybe? I know there's more of you here. I just see Jeff and Frankie. So, is there? It's like the MySpace guy. Is there anyone else still here? All right, working on loading the scoreboard for you guys down here. I do this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Boom. Perfect. And then Jeff says, I will be watching it with my free Albania. You know, what is that called? I think it's called Nora Go. Like my dad has that. Like he has like every single like channel, especially Albanian channels on lock. Like my dude's got the full Super Sport and Thring package. It's like actually really funny. Because it's like people will be like, hey, what do you guys use? My dad just whips out his cell phone. He's watching some kind of footy. It's actually hilarious. He's like, hey, you know, it's the thing. That's what I'm using, the thing. So he's got that. So I totally get it. And Jeff, did you put your score prediction for this one? Because I don't remember that you did. Because I know I got a couple in the Discord. There's a couple of 3-2-0s, 3-0s. A lot of people are positive saying that Empoli don't get a goal this match. So did I give mine? No. I don't think I did mine on the thing, but I'm going to go around. I want to say like a large score line, but I think this one might be like a 1-0 for us just because Empoli's kept it quite close. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to the other two teams that they played, so they kept their matches really, really close. Jeff says Super Sport for Prem and La Liga. Yeah, some of those announcers are absolutely hilarious. The one guy that always does the Albanian national team, freaking hilarious because he's so enthusiastic on it. And then Jeff is saying 3-1. Frankie says with Gatti, a clean sheet is guaranteed. You mean Gatti-teed? But you know, it's funny as we're waiting for this. I actually got like a crap ton of content for you guys that we're filming tomorrow. So I will be guest hosting, maybe hosting. I don't know. It depends on whether or not Farhad appears or not. But I will be doing Turn Giants podcast episode 223. So I will be the host for that one tomorrow. And then we will be filming some fun stuff. I'm going to do a tactical breakdown. I'm actually going to pull Misak in for that one because I know a lot of people like the sound of Misak's voice. Misak and I are going to film a video tomorrow. And then after that, I have a Champions League preview that I'm filming with the Sporting 160s, but they changed their name to Alvarde, I think. And then the Lions Den. So it'll be a Sporting group, a Galatasaray group, and myself. So we're going to have some fun tomorrow. It's going to be like 5 or 6 hours of filming. Something like that. I'm going to be filming like for a couple hours and I have to edit all that crap. So holy smokes. I have quite the busy day as I sound really, really boring waiting for this match to start up. And Frankie saying, I cannot wait for EAFC. Frankie, did you get all the setups ready for the Pro Clubs team? Because I think you can, right? Because you've got the demo. So, or did they fully unlock the demo for you where you could actually like do stuff on it? Or was it just like, you know, your hands are still tied? And then I'm going to move you over here, move this over here. So I'm like kind of looking at you guys. Jeff saying, oh, Frankie is right. Our defense needs some work. Frankie said they did, but not everything is released. So the beta is done for now. Frankie, I know they like did a new system for pro clubs when it comes to like actually like competing more so. So it's not like, you know, the traditional online stuff where you like play your 10 season matches and then it's like another season or something like that. It's like it's almost like a lot more competitive. It's almost like a round robin, and then it's like something like that. Oh, I can't have that reflections there. Move you here. Bam. Alrighty, so the squads are getting together towards the circle, doing the little powwow huddles, getting ready to kick off. Got to kick off 7 days so I can get access to it. Yeah, that's right. Man, it's so weird that they do a release in like September, where it's like NFL is already like Madden's already released, even and the season still hasn't started. But yet, like EAFC, it's like, why? You guys are pretty much copy and pasting the same exact game. I don't understand why there's such a delay on that. I think it's stupid. Frankie's saying now they do promotions and playoffs now, but you can't get relegated anymore. Interesting. So it's just like a regular season per se, and then is it like playoffs as in like, you play through the season and then there's like a bracket style? You bought the $100 version just to get 7 days early access. Shouldn't you just get early access off rip with EA Play? I would think so. And then to the other folks that are peeling in, again, this is just a solo watch along with myself. Dave has ditched me and went to Empoli to watch the game live, so I'm all by myself. Sniffles. So again, guys, just shoot a like as you're hopping in. Dave will try to hop in at halftime to talk with all you guys because again, Dave is. If you know what, let's do a challenge for the people watching right now. Let's see if we can spot Dave. So again, guys, Dave is at the stadium. So when they show the Juve fans, if anybody can find a picture of Dave and screenshot it or take a shot of it and send it to me right away. Because Dave I know he is there. He came in. He actually called from there, but like Dave is actually there. So pay attention to the fans. See if we see Dave. Look for the caged area. And we got kickoff. Alrighty. So a couple of things. The game's kicked off. So some of the things that I kind of want to briefly go over is Empoli hasn't scored a goal yet in Serie A. Give us a hint. What shirt is he wearing? Ironically, Dave is wearing a blue t-shirt and jeans. So if you see his calves, look for his calves because he did show his calves earlier in the stream. As Frankie says, look for the calves. And then Frankie, oh yeah, that's right. So you can earn better fans to get better AI so you're not playing with bots the whole time. That's right. I did see that as well. But kind of looking at the game again, one of the things that I want you guys to look for is see how many times Locatelli shifts into a right or a left center back role to kick off the attack. See how many times that happens, as well as looking at the amount of times that Kostic and McKennie invert. Those are going to be the two things that I want you guys to pay attention for. Let's see if we can actually see it. The other thing as well is Empoli has yet to score a goal in Serie A, so let's keep it that way. And then again, let's see how Gatti facilitates attack because, like, for example, one of the things is Bremer's terrible on the ball and does not move the ball well. So that was one of the negatives that we had against Bologna where there wasn't proper ball movement from the back. So let's see how the wingers invert and let's see who's starting the attack in the back. So right now, Rabiot on the ball, sends a through ball. Nice one touch between Rabiot and Dusan. Rabiot surges forward, switches it right, and it is the first Juve corner. Good little 1-2. Dusan's touch looks a lot progressively better right now from what we've seen of last season. But hopefully Allegri doesn't get sick, which was kind of funny because I saw that in the presser where he said he was sick. That's why I didn't do the interview at the end of the game. So hopefully he didn't need any Mom Spalletti. Moretti takes the corner, shifts it up, and it goes cleared away by Empoli. Surging forward, I believe that is Chiesa to recover the throw ball there. And then Colin says Locatelli can't make attacking passes. Who knows? I was going to say, I think we all know that besides really, really immature Juventini fans on Twitter. And Colin says, what's up, everybody? So Bremer on the ball again, one of the biggest concerns. Two big concerns, like Bremer attacking or him starting the play, lateral pass to Gatti. Gatti has switched into the right center back role with Danilo going into the left. So Danilo on the ball here. Gatti's dropping back into the midfield, so we're already seeing Locatelli and Moretti stay a lot higher than they were in the Bologna game. Nice through ball to McKennie. McKennie's taking the Empoli defender one-on-one, switch ball into traffic. Unfortunately, it was a good idea, but just isn't able to thread the defender. Dan Davenport says, "Yo, Dash, you okay, buddy?" Dan, I'm always okay. Jeff saying, "Shots fired." Touche. They were. All right. So McKennie with a very long header into the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper somehow bobbled the throw in, which is a little bit interesting. Did not expect that. Berisha could handle that ball a little bit better. Yes, that is the Albanian national team goalkeeper, Mr. Berisha. So Empoli trying to play out of the high Juve press. Unfortunately for us, we concede a foul by Moretti. Pizzello was actually able to dribble past Moretti there and break the press. So Moretti with a tactical foul there. But you've already can tell with the essentially the substitution between Moretti and Fagioli, where it's a little bit of a different look, more so with Moretti up top instead of Fagioli. Gatti pressing over here, Gatti following, but breaks off, peels off. Empoli switch it to their right side of the field. A little bit of a sauce towards Rabiot, but he doesn't budge. Kostic on the wing to block it. Locatelli heads it out of the box, and it goes out to the touchline for an Empoli throw in. Jeff saying low-key Berisha is a beast. He's got great reflexes. He's just kind of meh on the ball. And then Colin says, I look pale. Maybe my brightness is really high. Do I look pale? How about now? Darken it up a little bit. Maybe that's why I had it like super white, and then again I'm like naturally super pale. I don't know why. I'm like the whitest Albanian ever. But anyways, McKennie over here with a switch. Nice lob goes towards Dusan, but misses Dusan. Chiesa tries to get it and apparently commits a foul. Interesting. And then Colin says, that lighting makes me look like powder. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I have no clue. So Berisha and Chiesa having a little bit of a conversation there. And guys, watch out, man. Berisha, he'll go in. He'll take your ankles if you piss him off. Dude's a hothead. Interesting. So looking at this goal kick here, Caputo is looking at it. Jeff saying, maybe I ate something bad and you're sick. Maybe? Just start blowing chunks midstream. Talk about a viral moment there. Gatti wins that header quite aggressively, actually. Rabiot plays it to Dusan. Dusan's opening up wide. Let's see what Kostic does here. Kostic with the scissor, steps forward, crosses and prays, goes out to McKennie. McKennie flicks it back into the middle of the box. Dusan takes a shot. Berisha bobbles it, and it... Wow, I talked too really fast there. Bobbles it, still has it there. Yeah. But it's funny though. Berisha is like he doesn't seem like he is. He seems like a chill dude, but he's actually like really, really spicy. I mean, I know all us like Albanians are like that, but Kambiagi's trying to break clear here from a long through ball, but gets caught up by McKennie. McKennie is one-on-one with him, holds him, forces the cross. Bremer clears the cross. Fazzini with a shank. And Kostic with an absolute no-nonsense clearance sends that ball all the way down to the other part. And apparently Empoli don't know how to touch a loose ball, which is quite ironic. And Empoli's starting a kind of a slow attack again here. Not really inspiring here. And moving it over to the right and just, yeah. Juve maintaining a low block here, trying to see if they can draw Empoli out of position. I think Juve is definitely looking for a counterattack here. More so just to have Empoli with their wits end, because Empoli are committing a lot of players forward. But the thing is Juventus has a huge numbers advantage in the middle of the pitch here. So Empoli's not really going to be able to do much in the middle just because there's always a back player there that's covering. So Juve's trying to force Empoli wide here. And launches a crossover, finds nobody there, and going around the box. and Empoli's kind of dribbling around the edge of our box trying to find a penetrating ball. They loft it again. Really goes to nowhere, gets flicked out by Moretti there. Kostic and Moretti pushing up on that left side to cover. Empoli really kind of just crossing and inshallahing right now. So McKennie with an easy clearance over there. And then Colin says, let's create a narrative that Dash is sick. Plant some placebo inception thing in my head. That's funny. That's really funny. Well done. Dan saying my Albanian security guard where I work isn't a hothead. I mean, he's a security guard. Needs to be calm and collected, right? Chiesa with an absolute sauce dribble. Still has possession. Kind of yelling, even though we have possession. Chiesa might want to chill there. McKennie plays the ball in. Quite an impressive 8 minutes by McKennie with 2 of his crosses. One couldn't thread the needle. One was just a little bit off. I think McKennie's done quite well there, filling in for Way as a right wing back. So all the McKennie haters rejoice. That's all I'm going to say. Your boy's doing well. Ball's at Kostic. I'm just very curious to see how they plan to attack with Kostic and McKennie, just because Kostic is fast, but I don't see him as dynamic as Cambiaso. So a lot of the attack going through McKennie. McKennie with a nice flick, but is intercepted there. But Juve retained possession off the header clearance. And the ball goes back to McKennie. So McKennie and Gatti looking like they're cooking. Gatti decides to dribble it into the middle of the pitch and lays it off to Loca. Loca with the first back pass of the game. Danilo surges forward with a nice through ball to Kostic. Kostic with a heavy touch, but tries to cross it. Crosses it to nowhere, honestly. But is able to force a corner kick here. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Kostic starting. I'm a little bit curious to why that was the case, but I don't know. I just work here. I don't make the calls here, but I just work here. Anyways, Kostic lining up to take this corner kick here. Swung in, goes nowhere but to Berisha's hands. Gatti heads. Is it a foul? It is a foul. Sorry, Frankie. I was going to say Gatti would have got the first goal in the 10th minute. But Danilo is marked in for obstruction of the goalkeeper. And unfortunately, that doesn't really take long to get reviewed there. Yeah, Danilo had his arm on his shoulder. Sorry, Frankie. Your boy couldn't get it right there. Because from what I saw that Danilo's arm was on Berisha's shoulder. So I think maybe it's a soft call, possibly. Because again, you can't. Me watching it on the TV and me actually being there are two totally different things. Where it's like, at this point you have to look at the referee's interpretation of if that was an actual tug or not. McKennie. What was that? The dude lost his footing completely there, and he just got megged. But see, that's my thing with Locatelli. Like, what's the point of blasting the ball to the goalkeeper? You had 3 players in front of you. Just play a through ball. He came in, swung it like a hatchback. And then Colin saying Fati went to Brighton because of De Zerbi. That was the selling point. Huh. Fati was supposed to be one of the best or the next Messi, and just unfortunately just could never bounce back from his injuries. That's just, yeah. So Empoli kind of just, I want to say, pick up football in the box here. Launch a very high cross, goes to Perin. Perin looking to restart play quickly, sends it back out to Kostic. Oh, man. I hate saying this, but we might be in tune for a little bit of a snooze fest here. But Danilo with a long ball goes out to Chiesa. These if we're doing these longer through balls, they got to have height and they got to have some backspin. Gompachero says, if Jiterbi has a good season, should Juve sign him next season? Absolutely not, because he does not like us. He talks trash about a lot of the big clubs, so it's like that's always one of those things where he's like, oh, yeah, well, because he threw jabs at Chelsea this year. But my thing is what do you guys define as well for De Zerbi? Like him qualifying for Champions League, him winning the FA Cup or the EFL Cup, because obviously he's not winning the Prem. So that's my question is what do we classify as a good season? Because from what I saw West Ham absolutely wipe the floor with Brighton last week. Like, yeah, they won this week, but uh, look, it's just my thing is like if De Zerbi can't handle a defensive counterattacking team, because that West Ham team, if you look at the X goals, absolutely mopped it against Brighton. So it's like that's my thing when it comes to Brighton. Like I don't know, and also we'll see how he kind of does with European obligations as well. But I still, for me personally, I'm not into it because like it's the same argument you can make for Italiano, and Italiano absolutely got blanketed for nothing. Uh, and then Colin saying we shouldn't talk about replacing Allegri in 3 games. LOL. Come on, man. I'm just answering questions. Don't shoot the messenger. Jeff saying for him is not to get relegated. I think Brighton's got a little bit more aspirations than that. I would think they would want to qualify for Champions League. Why not? Gumpatro says, I mean, he's out of contract next summer. I don't know, to be honest with you. Maybe. But yeah, the thing is like the issue with us in getting to Tirbi is you would need a lot of players that only fit his system. Because, like, for example, if you go on Twitter and you read Sunday League coaches' posts about it, because I recommend you guys follow that guy because he knows his stuff. De Zerbi is one of those guys where you have to get De Zerbi players. Like, that's it. Like, you can't like, De Zerbi can't cook with what's in front of him. Because like, Graham Potter had kinda, like, the same philosophy as De Zerbi went, so the transition into Brighton wasn't that long or it was easier. But, like, for De Zerbi to really be effective, you need to get his players. And then, like, right now, we're already having an issue with offloading players. Um, when you're having an issue moving players and whatnot, to do a coach like De Zerbi lofted ball there, but unfortunately intercepted by, Empoli there. But when you're doing that, you need to get certain players. Harry Potter. You need to get certain players. And Locatelli with another yellow card, and it hasn't even been 15 minutes in the game. Someone pull Locatelli away before he gets a second yellow because he's arguing with the ref. Alrighty, Locatelli off to a fantastic start this game. Woohoo. I hate being this guy, but I would like to see Loca get sub or not even start a game. Like, this is terrible, but, like, can I see, like, maybe a midfield three of Rabiot, Fajoli, and Moretti, or, like, Pogba and Moretti? I just for me, it's just, like, again, it's just boneheaded stuff like this. Like, you had 3 players around you. It wasn't that deadly of a start of a counterattack, and he makes a stupid challenge. Because the thing is, like, he might not get another yellow card for the rest of the game, but these, yellow card accumulations really hurt you in moments that because you lose track of it. Because, like, for example, we're playing Lazio next. And the thing is like in other teams and other better teams as well. So it's like one of those things where it's just like, can we not like it's just discipline there. 1-2 between Dusan and Moretti. Moretti with a turn, kicks it and goes for a corner. Well, the thing isn't like, for example, this isn't me arguing about Loca in the Regista position. This is me arguing more so about Locatelli's decision making. Um, I think like the thing is like I really do think that like yes, he's got Matsala capabilities, but at the same time, his decision making at certain moments of the game is just really, really costly. Chiesa with a cross absolutely lofts that cross into the next stadium. McKennie's able to grab that back. Kostic with another cross. Absolute pandemonium in the box for it. Moretti takes it, lofts it, header by Dusan, and it just goes wide. And then Colin saying De Zerbi would result in a sorry situation 100%. Dan saying I didn't say De Zerbi would you say I'd be surprised that Brighton got Fati and someone like Juve. Why would we go for him? That would be my question. Where would he play for us? Gompachero says die Juve. That would be the thing like with Ansu Fati and Juve is like he doesn't make sense for what we're doing. Like where would Ansu Fati go? Like position-wise on the field. So yeah, like the thing is like when it comes to going for players, especially like if I'm Giuntoli, like I'm looking for what system that we're running. And again, guys, you can argue and say Allegri doesn't have a system, which is clearly it's actually false when you look into it. Like if you If you want like an actual like very very descriptive breakdown, go to Don Lippy on Twitter. Like he legitimately breaks down the whole Allegri system of the inverted winger and whatnot. But like that's the thing where it's like the difference between, like, for example, an Allegri and a De Zerbi, like, De Zerbi dictates what you do on the offensive phase, where Allegri's like, "Hey, you guys are creative, figure out your own ways. Like, I'll organize you guys and give you guys defensive stability, but when it comes to moving the ball forward, quick patterns, if you think this is the best pass, make the best pass." Chiesa with a couple of 1-2s there, intercepted. Really poor game play there by Chiesa. 3-on-2, 3-on-3 rush now by Empoli. Danilo's able to get back. Monetti's able to get back. So this is where Locatelli needs to be disciplined on whatever challenge he makes. He makes a decent challenge there, forces the ball, and concedes a corner for Empoli there. So the thing is when you're looking at it from that perspective, where like Sarri has the same thing. Sarri and De Zerbi are very similar in a sense where Sarri dictates on the offensive side, you need to move it here, only here, or there, or only there. And that's the same thing with De Zerbi, where, like, for example, if he doesn't have a plan B, you're toast. You're really toast. And that's the thing. Like, Colin even said it, West Ham's a well-organized team. They don't concede where they, like, for example, they're very disciplined in what they do and they're very concise. So when you put De Zerbi against the David Moyes, and like people control David Moyes, but David Moyes wins that 9 out of 10 times because De Zerbi doesn't have an alternative to what he does. It's just spam attacking. Because what's the point of having 30 shots if you're only 10% efficient with those? Where it's like, for example, David Moyes' squad in that game only had 3 to 4 or had 3 shots and scored all 3 of them. Chiesa to Dusan. Dusan tried to do a turn there, but unfortunately took it very, very heavy. It was kind of sloppy there. Wasn't a bad idea. It wasn't a bust touch. He anticipated the position of the ball a little bit poorly where he was trying to go in. It looked like he was trying to set up a right-footed corner shot, but uh, unfortunately just kind of gets away from him there. And they have not shown us any crowd shots, so I've not been able to look for Dave. Moretti lofts this, threads in between 2 defenders, but Dusan's kind of like, wait, that's going there? Frankie says, as much as people troll David Moyes, he still keeps landing jobs for a reason. He does, and he won the Conference League with West Ham. Absolutely broke the hearts of all Italiano ball people. And the same thing, that's what he did against Italiano that he did against the Zerbi. Just concise, decisive counterattacks. Because even Sunday League coach says it himself. He's like, hey man, possession-based football is also negative football if you're not concise with it. The only difference is, that's the thing when you're looking at a Jose Mourinho or like a all I need is possession and spam crosses. If none of them are producing results, they're both negative football. It's just positive football is winning football. Bremer with a little bit of a back heel, a little bit of some sauce. That was actually a great pass by Bremer to Moretti. Moretti gets blocked there, intercepted by Empoli. So this is something that I expected. I expected Empoli really to have an aggressive start, more so in the middle of the park. Some aggressive tackling, not really much of a press, but I want to say because we're not inverting with our wingers, our wingbacks, I mean, are really, really one-dimensional this game, unfortunately. Dusan takes a shoulder check there. Wow, he told Dusan to get big, bro. That was hella aggressive. So, Frankie, you're saying that Lecce up 1-0 against the GOAT. Against Ochoa? That's funny. Oh, that's funny. So Kambiaki trying to do a through ball there, but intercepted. Juve's doing quite well by having numbers in the middle, so they're forcing Empoli to go out wide. But the issue here is, like, for example, you have McKennie and Kostic who are both really one-dimensional in the way that they're playing the wingback position. So looks like I seen the first inversion. Yeah, no, it's not an inversion. It's Chiesa that's playing up in the left wing position. Kostic with a wayward cross, not really a good cross there by Kostic. Absolutely overshoots McKennie. Yeah, this one's definitely a slow start. I think more so it's just the players that we have right now are a little bit more stagnated because the thing is, and I'll cover this tomorrow in the podcast where Vlahovic plays that to nobody. Kostic wins it though. Kostic takes it. Too late, man. See, this is my issue with Kostic. It's just so one-dimensional with how he moves it. Relax. You don't need to yeet it every single time. Because, like, so for example, Kostic wins the ball here, drives forward. Instead of looking diagonal to Chiesa, where Chiesa's wide open for a shot, he drives further towards the line so he can get a lifted cross. That to me is just Bones says, "What's up?" Hey, Bones. But like the thing is like that's one of my issues with Kostic. It's almost like for him, his mind's already made up. Where I'm taking a large cross, ball fobbles around, lost in the box, takes a shot, and it's in. Okay, wait. I think this is in. I don't think there's anything over. This is how terrible it is to be a Juventini in 2023. Every time we score, we need to sit there and wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it in? Does it count? Where's all the Danilo hate now? I'm looking at certain people with the Danilo's bad narrative. That is an absolute striker's goal by Danilo. Look at that. In the box, waiting for a loose ball, takes it, absolutely buries it. As much as I'm excited to see this, and it's a great goal, I have to wait for VAR to confirm it. That's the bad thing. Like I don't want to like I'll do it on the scoreboard, but I'm absolutely terrified to do it because are they checking it? Are we good? Hold on. I haven't done it yet. Wait for it. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got one. We got one. I can celebrate now. We've got one. Let's go. God damn it, man. I can't celebrate anymore because of VAR and how they do shit like this to us. Alrighty, so I'm going to read some of these captains. Compachero says, Golazo. Frankie says, El Capitano, with Frankie and Bone saying it. Colin with a long Danilo. Frankie saying, silencing his doubters there. Compachero says, oh shit, never mind. Wait, you're right. Jeff saying, I wonder how BZ is going to analyze this. I'm going to make a 1-hour video saying how much Danilo sucks. That's your answer. Compachero says, Bleeping Gattoni and Bremer were tackling each other. Those guys are aggressive. Is it a cooling break? It is a cooling break. Alrighty. Dan says 1-0 Juve. Colin says Moyes is underrated. I do think so myself as well. Very great tactician. Again, he's more of, the old school soak up and counter, but Moyes has done it, man. Moyes has gone to Spain. He's gone all over England. He was Fergie's chosen one. We can meme about that as much as we want, but he was the chosen one. So Danilo with an absolute belter, I would want to say, kind of a striker's goal there. So hey, it's good. We're up at the 25th minute. This was one of those games where it is an ugly game that we need to. And then Frankie says elbow cough. Colin says he got railroaded at United. Everybody gets railroaded at United. That franchise is a joke. Absolutely a joke. And then Frankie says, there we go. Kind of talking about that. You know what was funny, guys, is like last season, everybody was calling me and Dave, we need Ten Hag. Ten Hag plays a beautiful football. Ten Hag this, Ten Hag that. Guys, they lost 3-1 to Arsenal today, and they conceded 2 goals in stoppage time. I don't want to see Eric Ten Hag anything anymore. That guy is dunzo. Frankie saying seeing Perrin without his hair still gets me. We're still waiting to get underway here from the cooling break. Nothing started yet. Gotti's holding McKennie. Those two love each other. Yeah, look at that. Frankie, you got to screenshot this. It's McKennie and Gotti, like they're the hand motions that they're doing. Like it's perfect meme. Perfect meme. Colin saying he's arrogant. Who, Ten Hag? Absolutely arrogant. For a guy that's won only things with Ajax and absolutely fumbled a Champions League final to Tottenham, like, yeah, no one will take him seriously. Yeah, Frankie, I don't know if you saw the shot, man. Like, there was like Frankie Gotti and McKennie were just like doing hand motions and hugging it out. Definitely meme that one. Juve with a little bit of a sloppy start after the goal. A little bit of hand tugging there on Chiesa, but some flipping headers there. Bremer takes it. Another side pass to Weston Big Mac McKennie. McKennie split his own defenders. Caputo one-on-one with Bremer, lays it off, but Juve is able to drop back, cover and clean. Locatelli, see, my thing again there, Locatelli, poor decisions. Let Gatti, just tell Gatti to take possession. Stop shuffling towards him. That's just really irritating with me right there. It's essentially move out of the way, let Gatti take it and clear it. Stop shuffling with him. Bones is saying, did Allegri make Green cut his hair too? I don't know, probably. Dan Saving Dash, what do you think of Spalletti as a new manager? I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes. Rabiot surging forward on the ball. Has Chiesa wide open on the left, but a delayed play there. Gets knocked from behind. Very, very poor decision making there. Right hand through ball. You see Chiesa through easily 2-0 from that position. Come on, guys. This is what irritates me because the thing is like you can't make someone make proper decisions. And like, for example, if this game finishes 1-0, everyone's going to say negative ball, where it's like, you look at this and Rabiot, all he has to do is play the through ball to Chiesa, and that's an opportunity for a second goal. It's just boneheaded decisions because like Rabiot looks up, sees Chiesa, looks down, continues to charge forward. Make the attempt to go to Chiesa. Don't lose possession like that. Wow, what a challenge by Moretti there. Jeff saying Ten Hag has the same problem as every other Dutch coach. They're only good in the Dutch league and the Dutch national team. Really? I thought Louis van Gaal was decent. I'm not saying that he was the greatest, but I thought Louis van Gaal was a decent coach. And Cruyff. But that's only two, which is true. Like, that's just two in all of history. Because what was that one guy that coached Inter? He was like an Ajax legend or something like that. I forgot his name. Was it Frank de Boer? Yeah, Frank de Boer. Man, that guy was a terrible coach. Like, really, really atrocious. Cross goes in by Empoli there. I'm totally Van Gaal, Boer. Yeah, it was De Boer, right? Yeah, De Boer was atrocious, man. Like, Inter didn't even keep him for 6 weeks. Bone says Rabiot has negative passing stats. I see what you did there because the ball went behind. Who else? I'm trying to keep. Colin said he did great with Bayern, did well at United considering what he inherited. Yes, he did. Inherited an absolute dumpster fire. Jeff saying this is why Rabiot at times irritates me. Just pass the damn ball. Good touch there by Dusan. Is able to thread that through to Kostic. Kostic driving forward, looking for some options here. Kostic play a low cross to Dusan there. Good pass there. Chiesa takes it. Chiesa still has it in the box to Big Mac. Big Mac takes it. It is that's a hell of a block by Empoli there. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. Goes out. It is for an Empoli throw. That is a very good action there. I think Dusan shanked it, but it landed right in front of Chiesa there. But unfortunately, Chiesa fell behind him. Costello, Gus Hiddink was a great Dutch coach as well. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about him. Because we got Van Gaal, we've got Cruyff, and then we've got Gus Big G. Like, outside of Italian, what other nationalities produced like elite level coaches? Because, like, for example, if we look at the Italian, like, I would want to say, like, you know what? Who's your guys' goat of Italian coaching? Because, like, for example, you have Sacchi, you have Lippi. Like, who? Frankie, the best coach is Coleman. Cambacero, Chiesa exists, Rabiot, and Ronald Koeman. Costello says for me it's Trapattoni. That's fair. So you guys, other guys, chip in. Who do you think? Colin says Ancelotti Sacchi was a train wreck who inherited a made club just like Allegri. Dan says Carlo. See, for me, it's interesting because it's like I could definitely, like, for me, there's like two cases, right? Like I could say Lippi just because Lippi's gone through it all. Like he's won the motions, practically won everything besides the Euro. Chiesa with a through ball there, just misses Kostic. But I think Trapattoni as well. That's really good. Those are really good. Lippi, and then Collins says Lippi gets a nod. Yeah. Dan says Conte. That's how we know he's not an OG like old like us old dogs. We've seen the Trappattonis, the Lippis, and all those fun jazz. You know what? So how about I throw this for you guys? Modern Italian coaches. So, like for example, your Conte, your Allegri, your Italianos, your De Zerbis, your Mom Spalletti's, your Pioli's, and all that stuff. So, as far as like a modern coach, head coach, who would you guys rate as your favorite right now? You can use Ancelotti because Ancelotti's still technically coaching. So, because Ancelotti won a decent amount of Champions Leagues in the last 10 years too. So, I'll say anything from like the 2000s until now. Let's do that while we're waiting for some play to build up here because it's a little bit of a just slow and dry intricate passing between both teams here. So the action's not that fun, and I'll try to entertain you guys more so than Paramount Plus because I know their commentary sucks. So Colin says Ancelotti. Gambacero says Gattuso. Are you trolling there, Gambacero? Dan says Dan. I was about to say his last name. Dan says Mancini. Colin says none are worthy of a Rushmore. That's fair. Chosenism says Hart says Lippi. Head says Carlo. Uh, Colin says okay. Then I would probably say Ancelotti, and then Frankie says it's got to be the Don Carlo Ancelotti. So I think it looks like overall with the chat, you guys are voting Ancelotti as the best modern Italian coach. Surprise! Nobody's saying Conte. Because to be honest, like we can, say what you want about Conte personality wise, but he technically, in a sense, brought the back three back from the brink. Because the back three was a common used formation in the 70s/80s, and nobody used it. So like, um, it's just the fact that Conte brought it back and kind of revolutionized it with the wingback play, and now coaches are doing different variations. Like Pep Guardiola runs a back three, guys. Like Man City legitimately runs a back three, which is crazy. Theirs is a little bit different. It's not like a 3-5-2. Theirs is like a 3-2-4-1. But overall, it does that. So Gompachero brought up an interesting coach as well. So I would say the best feat is obviously Claudio Ranieri's Leicester City. I think that is hands down the greatest feat an Italian coach has done. Because you take a side that was literally, I would say, 20th in the Premier League or projected to be 20th and won the whole damn thing. Like, I know you can argue and say, well, Arsene Wenger and Pochettino absolutely bottled it, and Chelsea and yada, 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 and Man United is Man United, and City was just absolutely weird that season as well. But it's interesting because I do think because I believe that's Claudio Ranieri's only league title in his career. Like he has not won a league title before, besides that Leicester one. So you got to give credit to him. And the thing is like Ranieri played a very basic ass formation. It was a 4-4. Yeah, it was a 4-4-2. It was a diamond. McKennie looking for a through ball there. Goes to Gatti. Gatti dribbling. I believe Gatti has earned a penalty. Gattoni with the penalty. Looking at the guy saying, hey, you tripped me. What are you doing? Give me the penalty. Yeah, I think that's a pen. Clear contact on the box. Yeah. Gambacero says penalty for Argentina. Frankie says let Gatti take it. I think it's going to be Dusan, unfortunately. VAR is checking the penalty now. Of course, it is a Juve game when Juve have to get a penalty checked when it looks like it's pretty clear. So watch, I'm going to call this. I'm going to be spectacle here. I'm going to be skeptical here. Watch them call it and say, oh, it's not a penalty. Gatti dove, and let's give him a yellow card. How funny would that be? If it goes, instead of a pen, it goes into simulation and he gets a yellow. Like, I will die laughing. There is no touch of the ball there. So again, you're obstructing, you're literally taking his left foot out of him. It's soft. I mean, it's fair. I mean, like, it's a soft penalty, but in my opinion, it's a pen. So it looks like VAR has confirmed it. So we've got Dusan from the spot again here. I bet you Dave is flexing his calves right now. All right, here we go. So quiet. You can hear a pen drop as Dusan's taking it. Dusan, pitter patter, takes a step. Oh my God, Berisha saved it. Wow. That's a 100% Albanian penalty stop in there, huh? Holy smokes. Yeah, I might not want to be. God, that was a terrible penalty. That was a terrible penalty. He has one job. Combachero says retake. Is it a retake? Is there a retake being? No, yeah, there's no retake. I thought Allegri's looking at the bench. He's like watching it too. I think he's watching the replay on the tablets that they have there. He's like, all right, your ass is getting subbed. Oh, I'm going to have a field day with far out on this one. Frankie yelling out loud. He should have let Gotti take it. Frankie also saying bum. The thing is like, look, you look at the rule. If there's any kind of obstruction there, I understand, like, for example, the one that Kai Havertz got taken back on. But, I want to be petty. Again, I just want to be petty. That's the end of my thing there, my spiel on that one. Well, we got a lot of comments here. I gotta read these again. Yeah. Bar took away from, yeah, okay, I got that. Holy smokes. I love you guys. Yeah, just keep this chat moving, man. Like, I want to have to sit there and be like, oh crap, I lost it. Bones talking about Gasperini. If you give him a better bench, he could get further. I think Gasperini has a knack of arguing with superstars. Like, I think Gasperini can't handle, like, big names. I think that's one of the big things I have with Gasperini. Dan saying Conte going to Tottenham was a bad move for him to go, but if he did it, he'd be goated for it. And then Colin says, I'll be your devil's advocate. That's why I love you, Colin. And then Costello says, did you guys see that Man City atrocious decision? No, to be honest with you, I didn't. Today I did not watch Man City. I was watching the Arsenal Man United game. So Empoli taking on the edge of the box, takes an absolute whiffer of a shot. Chosism says, is it just me or do we lack cohesion again? Yes, because the thing is like the system is based off inverted winger play. And really your only main inverted winger that we've seen so far is Federico Gatti, and he is a center back. That's the issue when you're running both Kostic and McKennie on the field at the same time. It's just really, 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 really tough. Because Kostic doesn't have the ability to read plays and go on the inside and outside. And McKennie does it a little bit more. Like, McKennie can do it. The issue is they're both not, I don't want to say up to snuff, but there's obviously a quality difference between Cambiaso and Weah and Kostic and McKennie. Because my thing is, my main issue with Kostic is just like he hugs the touchline and that's about it. And Gompachero says that's why Berna was so important because he was inverted. Yes, he can play on the right wing and cut in on his left. McKennie with the head and it goes out. Man, that's so frustrating. Like, Dusan, you're a 75 million striker. Take a better penalty, man. That's something I expected out of Milik. Like, if you're gonna go middle, commit to middle. That's like the thing. And Colin, you can confirm this. Us goalkeepers love it when you go in between the far post and the middle. That alleyway of the middle of the net. So, like, for example, I'm gonna use my phone. So imagine my phone as the entire net here. If you're hitting in between where my two fingers are on both sides, that little area there, goalkeepers love those penalties because all I have to do is either stick out a leg or stick out a hand and get it. So it's easy, very, very, very easy to. It's just one of those things. If you kick it far, like, for example, if you kick it on each side of the posts and they save it, hats to you. Like Berisha, props to you for doing that. But like for example, if Dusan does that, and my issue with Dusan doing it, so again, Colin is my devil's advocate. He is my witness. If you kick in that spot, either direction, if you kick in that spot and kick it low, it's a save. Almost 90% of the goes through the legs or it takes a bounce. If you kick it high, if Dusan kicked that high, that's going in. If you get about two elevations or whatever, 2 feet of elevation on that ball, it's a goal. But like for example, Dusan hit it low and in goalkeeper alley. That's what we like to call it, is goalkeeper alley. So it's just lack of experience. I think maybe the pressure got to him and he choked it, but it's gotta be a little bit better. And then Colin coming in saying bottom corners are the hardest for us to get to. Gampacho says, I've never played soccer. How hard is it to hit the top corner in a penalty spot? Isn't that shot unstoppable? Colin says easier to get top corners than to get low corners. So yeah, it's more so from a shot perspective. Colin says unless there's a ton of mustard on the shot, because a lot of times when people shoot top corners, and I can say this from my experiences playing as a keep, a lot of people, because the thing is there are very few guys that can put mustard in a top corner shot. Very, very few. So like the thing is you can tell by body positioning when they're going top corner. So when you're going top bins, you put a lot of heat off that ball. So like for example, if you have a very experienced goalkeeper, which I'm going to say Colin is more experienced than myself, Colin will be able to read it and anticipate it. And all Colin needs to do, because there's no mustard on the shot, all you need to do is get a fingertip on it and it's out. That's all you need to do. Get a fingertip and it's a save. So that's why you need to do, like, for example, and Kumbachiro says, yeah, like, for example, CR7 versus us, that was perfect. Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, has one of the best penalty shots I've seen, as far as where he hits it and how he hits it. Like, Ronaldo, the thing is, and again, Colin, keep me honest here, the hardest shot to stop as a PK is a knuckleball. A ball with no spin, no rotation, because it just moves anywhere. Because when you hit a knuckleball, it is absolute just straight mustard coming at you. And the thing is what sucks as a goalie, you don't know where it's going. It might rise, it might dip, it might sway. And the issue is like with those kind of shots, even if you touch it, it still rolls off you and goes in. So there's very few people that I've seen be able to hit a knuckleball penalty, because two things. One, very, very difficult to control. You need to have proper body mechanics to hit one of those. Like I said, I've only seen Ronaldo do it. I have not seen anyone else do it. And then also, like, for example, you need to have proper leg strength too to even hit one of those. Colin's saying bank on opposing corner. If he's right or left footed, he's going in the opposite corner. Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm one of those banter keepers when I play. So I kind of like, what I do is I always sway in a direction that I want to sway in to bait them into going in the opposite. And then it's just kind of like what Tech does. Tech, if you watch Tech's penalty saves, they're really good. Tech has really good technique. So Kambiagi here with a cross on the outside, getting back to the game before I distract you guys. We're 2 minutes away from halftime here. It's interesting because we're up 1-0, but it almost kind of doesn't feel like it. Still feels like it's 0-0. Even though we technically should have been up 2. Moretti with a nice turn there. Moretti gets tackled from behind, wins a foul there. Good impressive play there. So, hey, there's two things. Either A, this game's kind of boring, but at the same time, it's a good thing that it's kind of boring because I don't have to sit here and be like, oh crap, Empoli is running through us. Chosism says, who, in your opinion, is the best PK keeper? So you guys are gonna call me crazy on this one. There's one guy I would pull in to save penalties, and it is not Gigi Buffon. I'm gonna let you guys guess. But there is one goalkeeper, and you guys can throw yours as well. One goalkeeper I would pick to save a penalty every single time. One guy. He is hands down one of the expert penalty goalkeepers in the game. He doesn't play anymore. He does not. I believe he's retired. I'm not too sure, but Gambachiro says Pinso. No, he's not a Juventus player. If that makes it easier for you guys. Frankie says the GOAT Kepa. Nope, not Kepa. Bone says Tech. Dan Davenport says Peruzzi. Nope. Tim Krul. Yes! Costello gets it. Tim Krul. If you look him up, he is actually one of the best penalty shot stoppers in the game. Tim Krul has been a backup goalkeeper for the Netherlands. And for example, watch that. I believe it's Costa Rica. Louis Van Gaal purposely subbed in Tim Krul for penalties, and I believe he saves 3 that game. Like, Tim Krul is hands down the GOAT of penalty saving, even though he doesn't start at all. Like, I don't believe he started consistently, but Tim Krul is one of the best shot stoppers when it comes to penalties. Colin says he's also 10 feet tall and 300 pounds. Halftime. Costello says he's still playing for Luton. Oh, he plays for Luton. That's interesting. Colin says Kilivert. Chosism says Handanovic. No. Tim Howard. You know who else is kind of decent at it, but it's just been recently where I've seen that he's been decent at it is Jan Sommer, the Swiss goalkeeper. I think he's pretty good too as well. Colin says, dude's an absolute tank, covers 80% of the net. Bone saying my second guess was Dash. Oh, I'm not that good. I play mind games, but I'm not that good. I wish I was good like that, but no. I'm only good. The thing is for me is like I'm very good at guys that kick to my right. If there's a guy that always kicks a penalty to his left, or which is my right, I can save almost. I want to say like 8 out of 10 of those I can save them. For some reason, my left side is like my weakest side. So if I had to go for a save on my left, rip, no chance, no shot. Chosism says Van de Sar was always my pick for PKs. That's interesting as well. And I do have a guest here. If the roaming data in Empoli will let him hop on, but I guess not. Dave is like the pinwheel of death. There he is.
I don't know. Okay.
Dave, I think you might have to just like turn your camera off. Gosh, man, what do they use at Empoli for Wi-Fi over there? Okay, there we go. We got some kids. That's kind of weird. I don't think we should show videos of kids on YouTube. Kind of the far corner there. Still a good spot. Not gonna lie. Dave, are you in standing room?
That's not enough.
And Gompachero says, I found him. I think Vicario is a decent keeper. Bone says Scott Sterling. Scott Sterling is the GOAT of goalkeepers. Colin says the second striker comes into my box, I smoke them. Then they get scared to come in for a shot, giving them a shot tile dysfunction. Frankie says Dash is all about those kids. No. I'm gonna put this up here for banter. No kids here. We are rated M for mature on this channel. See? Bam. Jeff saying, had a feeling that Dusan would miss the PK. Berisha is good at blocking PKs. Yeah, that is something that he's good at, but I wish Dusan took a better shot. And Vicario is a pretty decent goalkeeper. I need to see more, though. Colin says, be careful what you say on the internet. I know, guys. I'm totally sorry there. Absolutely botched that one. No, at the Terran Giants, we don't do that. Laughing faces. Dances. Dave looks like he's having a super. Yeah, Dave was supposed to be there a week ago, but his trip got delayed, so he just got there. The funny thing is, I'll give you some backstory on Dave at Empoli. Dave actually got these tickets last minute. How he got them, I don't know. Dave is an absolute top G for that. Dave actually, because like the 6-hour difference, so like my phone goes off at like 3 in the flipping morning, and I'm like, who the hell is texting me? And then it's like Dave, and he's like, hey. Tickets for Juve Empoli. Because so the thing is Dave is actually when he came into Italy, he actually landed in Florence. So Dave was in Florence, and he was like, holy smokes, Empoli's only like 30 to 40 minutes away. So Dave tried getting tickets last minute, could not find any, but somehow found them off like some random Italian website and buys them. Mind you, he bought them like, it's almost like I think he spent like, let me do the number crunching, because he told me the amount in Canadian, but Canadians like to pay more for stuff than other people. So I'm gonna look that up to you. for you. Yeah, so he paid roughly about, I want to say 250 for 2 tickets to go see that game. It's really freaking expensive. Like, yeah, like roughly around like I think it was like roughly 400 Canadian, so it's like about 280, 290 US. So it's like, yeah, like maybe because he bought them last minute, I think that's why. So it's like, yeah, it was just nuts. And then Bone says Dave can be persuaded. Yeah, Dave got the tickets by flashing his calves, everybody, because everyone's commenting. It's gonna be a thing now where we're gonna talk about Dave's calves the entire stream. You're gonna get a T-shirt that says Dave's calves. Sell a bunch of it. Farhead, if you're watching. Dan says Dave is having a super time in Italy. Yeah, he is. He's having a blast over there. And then Frankie says Dave pulled a rabbit out of the hat for the tickets. He really did. Because the thing is him and I were talking about it, and he's like, well, obviously, the cat's out of the bag now, but he wanted to surprise you guys with him being at Empoli, but he was hoping that the internet would be decent, but it's not. But he was like, yeah, he was trying. He somehow found it within the last 2 days because I believe he started really looking on Thursday and Friday, but he got him. Bone says he can be persuasive. Yeah, he can. And then Frankie saying those Cavs are doing wonders for him, getting those tickets. Yeah. Colin says he's on vacay. Well worth it. Absolutely. Oh gosh, yeah. Going to see Juventus live. Hell yeah. I'm super jealous of that. Colin says get those hoodies in stock. Which ones? Let me know what hoodie it is, and I'll tell El Jefe and see if he can get those back in stock. Yeah, guys, if you ever run out of stuff, or if there's something you want to order on the website and there's nothing in stock, like ping us in the Discord. Let us know in the Discord, and I will go after Farhead and tell him, hey, this item's popular. OG hoodie and large. Okay, I'll write that down. All right, and Dave just texted me. Dave is saying, everybody, signal is trash. Tell them to hit the Discord for some videos. So yeah, so Dave is uploading in our Discord a lot of his videos that he's out there. So I'm gonna put the QR code. It'll be okay. You can leave the live stream and look at Dave's videos and look at stuff there. But I'm gonna slap that there. There's the Discord symbol over there for you guys if you have not joined the Discord. Guys, I do really recommend you join the Discord. It's fun, man. Like a lot of the guys here that are in the chat are in the Discord, and it's an active Discord. We talk a lot about a lot of fun stuff. So we've got different chats in the Discord, different threads for different things. Like we have a Formula One, we've got a WWE one, we've got memes, we've got things brought to you by Specsavers. We've got conspiracy theories. We've got the whole 9 yards. It's like it's a full community. We also got some folks from AS Roma, some Romanistas in there as well that are really cool guys that are having conversations with us. So guys, hop on that Discord, man. Fun stuff. Definitely some fun stuff. And Dave wants you to do that. I'm gonna ping Farhead for those OG hoodies for you, Colin. I'll see if I can find something. I'll post it in Discord once I know. Gumpachiro says, "Are Juve tickets only cheap if you're a member?" That is a good question. I'm gonna sit down and ask Kevin that next time I talk to him. Jeff says, "Nah, dog, my calves are way bigger. People call me the Sunday League Shashiri, and I shoot with my this guy." Dude, Shashiri is the definition of Mighty Mouse. Like, if you look at that guy, the guy's absolutely yoked, but he's like 4'11". Colin says, Alex Jones. Gumpachiro says, how about a Julia Grosso simp thread? Don't encourage Dave. Please don't. Colin says, thank you, sir. Please don't. But hey, you know what? Since I've got some of you here, I wonder if I don't have any of the store material here, but what are you guys thinking for the second half? What do you think's coming in? Your substitutions, any goal scorers, anything like that? What do you guys think? Jeff says, by the way, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Don't you ever forget it. Man, I have not talked about this game for like the last 10 minutes. You guys are terrible. I'm going to get fired. Like, all the haters are going to sit there and message, talk about Juve. So fine. I'll do it. All right, so kind of going over some brief statistics of this match here. So Juve have got 53% of the ball possession, 1.53 expected goals. So we're creating some decisive chances there. We just need to finish them balls. 10 shots to Empoli's 4. Empoli's got no chances to our one big chance. We've squandered a big chance. Dusan missing the penalty. Fouls committed. We're beating them on that. But overall, if we're looking at it right now, man of the match is a tie between Gatti and Danilo. So Frankie's about to flip shit. If Gatti scores, I think Gatti wins it. But yeah, so your top performers right now are Danilo, Gatti, and Bremer. Or not Bremer. Well, Bremer's doing well, but McKennie. So Gattino's your number one, Danilo's your 2, and then McKennie's your 3. Those are your 3 top performers. So again, all of the anti-Danilo folks. Yeah. Yeah. So my thing is this, I'm kind of curious because it's like I love this irony of it where people are just like there's certain folks that dunk on them because it's like, do these people not understand that we had 3 of the best center backs of all time? And that's something that doesn't really happen at all. So it's like, again, you're naturally going to go into a dip. It's natural that happens because, like, for example, look at it right now. Helicopters here. Hello. Let's have this fun conversation while we're waiting for the second half. But like, are there like legitimate, like, for example, GOAT center backs right now? Because remember when Van Dijk was supposed to be this amazing center back and then he just kind of petered out and just meh? Like he just never recovered from his ACL injury. He's just kind of Or like, for example, De Vrij was rated as this amazing defender. Meh now. Same thing with Milan Skriniar, Bastoni. Eh. Like that's one of those things where I look at it and it's just there isn't what do you mean by anti Danilo? Ooh, you're making me petty there. Don't make me be petty. I already got yelled at for calling them out before. I was just asking who makes a take like that, and someone got mad at me for it. So I'll play nice. I just, hey man, you make stuff. I'll ask it. I'll be like, hey, why do you think that way? You don't have a response. You don't have a response. But like, Komikos is in. Hey, what's going on, Komikos? So like, look at it though. Like, who right now? And he says Thiago Silva, so that's actually fair. But that's the irony. Thiago Silva is almost 40 years old. So like, you look at it, like your dominant defenders are what? Thiago Silva, who is in his near 40s, and then Sergio Ramos as well. Like that's really it in a sense. So like, this is my question. Who right now, currently playing right now, is equivalent or near the threshold of 2015, 2016, Chiellini, Bonucci, and Barzagli? Skill level wise. Either one of them. If anyone is close to either one of those 3 right now, please let me know. Because I haven't seen anything. Like, I haven't seen anything like that. And Colin is saying nobody. Like, do we want to throw in DeLitt as a maybe? Like, maybe? Except he handles the ball more. Compatro says, is that Kyle Walker? Like, Walker to me is a speed. Yeah, Colin just said it. He's more so of a speedster. I mean, like a Sergio Ramos as well. Like a Sergio Ramos in Real Madrid's heyday. Like, is there like one of those defenders out there where it's like, yeah, we need that guy. Like, we definitely need that guy. So that's the thing. And the funny thing about it, and Jeff is touching on this here. Colin says Sergio Ramos is a fraud. That's fair. Varane and all those guys. I can understand that. But the thing is, and this is where Jeff is saying it, like, so he's better as a center back than a right back. His ethic is exceptional, a true leader on the pitch. Chiellini used to be a left back before he went and became a center back. So that's the thing. Like, it happens. I don't like that. That's my thing is, and this is where I get irritated. Like, I understand like Sandro has his bloopers and he makes his mistakes, but like the thing is like what really just astounds me is just this huge rhetoric of negativity towards Danilo, and it just boggles my mind. Like, what more can this guy do? Because Danilo didn't come into this club expecting to be the main center back or the captain of the team when he first came in under Sarri. He thought he was going to be a right back. And he adjusted into this role, and in my opinion, he's done a phenomenal job. Like that to me just baffles me. Costello says Ruben Diaz. He's young, but I'm curious to see how he pans out. But like, for example, again, like he's where it's objective, right? Like, for example, it's debatable. It's not like, for example, there's a clear guy, right? Like that's my thing. Like, is there a clear guy that's like that shines the shoe of the BBC? That's the question that I really want to have. And then Helicopter says Maguire is the best. That's funny. Compatro also says Diaz is young. Compatro says people miss Cancelo. That's why. Because like the thing is like I don't know why, guys. If you ask me, they don't make defenders like that anymore. And then Colin says I have a point for this argument for the Colin. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Because like I want to throw Danilo as a topic for the Colin show because like I don't understand folks that can come in with this rhetoric. Like I don't understand it. Like what are you expecting? Like if there's anybody in the chat that's not a big Danilo fan, like can you please educate me on why? Chosen says our center backs have always been covered. We always have we were spoiled for a choice. We've always were, yeah. Like I said, we had 3 generational defenders. Like 3 generational defenders for nearly 9 years. That's not normal. No team has had that. Like for example, in the last 20 to 25 years, there has not been a Juve defense as generational as Bonucci, Chiellini, and Barzagli. Just to have those 3 guys for the stretch that we had them and for them to perform in the way they did has not I have not seen that happen anywhere else. Jeff is saying Van Dijk, Diaz, maybe Gravadol, they're closer but not better. Yeah, again, the idea is the one thing that I want to throw in there is that it's debatable. There's no clear-cut defenders like top defenders in the world right now. There are some that are there that are getting to that elite level, but again, there isn't like, for example, it's the same thing with Bremer. Like Bremer is kind of like, he's there, but I don't know. He's kind of good, but we don't know for sure yet. Chiesa takes it. Berisha kind of takes out Chiesa's feet there. I'm a little bit curious what I just saw. What was that? Get the time going for you guys. Oops. So there's no out of play yet, so we're waiting on that to see if they're gonna call that. I don't know for sure. Compatro says no, they're not great separate, but they're generational because they played together in front of Gigi. Chosism says that's why I get annoyed when people hate on Rugani too much. Like he's not the best, but he's a good fourth choice to have. Yeah, especially now that he's renewing and spreading out his salary too, so he's reducing his cost. So Rugani's perfect at this point. Walgani, I should say. Frankie says, I feel people aren't fans of Danilo just because he's not Italian. Yeah. Which is terrible, man. It just goes to show how Italy is. I mean, like, you can even look at, like, for example, I don't know if you guys saw, but, like, the chance that the Milan players had against the Juve squad. Like, they're saying if you don't jump, you're a Juve hunchback or something like that. People were pissed off about it. I really don't care. It just goes to show that we live in everybody's head rent-free. So that's just me being petty. Remember, as Tal said, villain Juve, guys. Have your heel energy, per se. So still play on. We still have the advantage here. Kostic dribbling. I don't believe the play is stopped yet. Kostic, Dusan lays it. Shot by Loka. It is a foul there. Komika says Bragati. That's a good one. Frankie, you gotta take note of that one. Hunchback. That's the people that are like this. Like example, Andrea Bellotti. If you ever see Bellotti, he walks like that. It's like you have like a big bulge right there. That's what they call those. Il Golby. Danilo simply isn't a brand name and is a bit older. I think that's why he's not rated. Yeah, I could see that. Frankie says, I believe Beppe said it was dirty Juventino. Oh, see, that I'm going off of what it's on Twitter. Beppe knows it better than me, guys. Like Beppe is the expert. Beppe's got like the sources and the people. I'm just a commentator. Beppe's like the don of this stuff, so he is a Don Beppe. If you saw him in his sunglasses and his Instagram story today, pure mafia guy. I love it. I love it. Beppe's got his Air Force energy with that one. Uh Pinche in Italian? I don't know, to be honest with you. Don't really know at all. He has a 1-2 passes with McKennie here. I gotta call this game, guys. You're distracting me too much. This is funny, but it's all fair. All love. Uh, Poor pass there. Empoli is really there to intercept it and take it out. See, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like doing this more on YouTube than I did on the Twitch for Juve because it's just like I don't have to really like worry about certain things. I can call things out and I can say it and I can be like a lot more engaging. Like that was one of the things that I hated when I was covering the games on Twitch. Like it was cool, like, hey, how many people can say that they work for Juve? And like, Dave and I were just a bunch of startup commentators this time last year. So it's like, it's cool for the resume and it's cool when we're picking up chicks, right? God, that'd be so corny if I used that as a line. But it was actually entertaining at most. Like it was cool. We got to see different things, learn different things, but like I always hated it because we were like muzzled. Cause like I think you guys have noticed we're not corporate with how we do stuff. We kind of like to have fun. Again let you guys kind of join in on it and have fun with it as well. So like we could do the corporate thing, but we just rather not. It's just way more fun this way because I can sit here and I can banter and troll all you guys. Computro says we love the Giants YouTube lives too. That's why we need to bring more people in here. We need to get more folks. Gotta save them from the darkness of the other boring or the negative content creators. Bring them in, take them to the light. Come, we have cookies. Empoli corner gets cleared away. Chiesa with a very obnoxious clearance there. I'm not really sure what he was going for. So Empoli playing there on the wide. Jolek saying, hello, everyone. Greetings from Poland. So, yikes. This game, huh? Crickets, 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 crickets. Kind of really wish that Dusan put that goal away. Oh, man. Wouldn't be as... I'm not anxious, but I would have been a little bit more like a... But, yeah. Might be one of those 1-0s here. Empoli's trying to play with the ball here, trying to create something here. But again, Juve's absolutely overloaded the middle of the pitch, so they're letting Empoli play wide and just say, hey, do whatever you want. You're not... What the hell was that by Bremer? Bremer cleared it with his ass. Danilo absolutely chewed Bremer out for that one. Yeah, that was almost an assist. That was an assist from Bremer. Bones says, let's put in Keane. Broken record at this point. Yeah, that was a terrible clearance. So right there, that play right there is one of the reasons why, like, for example, you want McKennie as a defensive player there. Like McKennie is a very big body and is very difficult to move out of the way there. So like, for example, having McKennie do that is perfect. So look, again, as a backup right wing back, him developing into that role more so, hey, no problem with it, man. He's aggressive. You need an aggressive guy. I see Weah and I see Pogba both warming up there. Dash, on the subject of center backs, who is your GOAT? That one's tough. That one's tough. That's really tough. Look, To be honest with you, I have to. He played as a left back, but like as a center back as well. Like Maldini was something else, man. I would say Maldini and Nesta. I'm sorry, guys. Like I know they're Milan players, but this is the thing with me. I got to call balls and strikes. I think Maldini and Nesta were just built different. Colin saying, "Just say it." I said it. I said it. Maldini and Nesta, both of them. I think those two were incredible together. I mean, go ahead and call me out on it, but those guys were something else, man. Because those were crossed by Kostic, goes nowhere there, but it goes out for a throw in. I just thought those two were such a dominant pair. And then Chosum says Maldini is the best defender, but center back is Nesta. Yeah, that's why. Because like Maldini played as a left back and then kind of went in more so into the middle. Chosum says for me, I mean, Colin says Nesta doesn't compare to no. I don't think anything does. Is Maldini probably the greatest Italian defender of all time? Like I don't even think Chiellini could challenge him. Like a prime Nesta versus a prime Chiellini. I think Nesta beats or not Nesta, Maldini. I'm sorry. I think a prime Maldini versus a prime Chiellini. Like I think Maldini beats. I think Maldini beats any defender out there right now. Like prime Maldini's better just than anybody there. Because like I look at it offensively, who Maldini went up against in his heyday, and like he's gone. He went up against some of the like some just beastly attackers. And Colin says, ever. Just say it. Okay. Maldini is the best defender ever. Boom. I said it. Poor cross by Kostic again. Gets cleared away there by Empoli, but ball gets recycled back to Danilo. Chosen says Maldini's up there with the best Italian player of all time. Gumpacho says Alex Del Piero says that he's the best Italian player ever. Colin says, ha 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 ha. Frankie says Dave sent a video of Pogba, Milik, and Key and Cambiaso and Way all warming up. So are those going to be the five? I do think we need a change. I think we need to sub out Locatelli and put Pogba in that DM role and see how Pogba does. Because I mean, I think Pogba has about 50 to 60 minutes in him. So let's see. Chiesa here. Let's see what Chiesa does. Couple of dribbles there. Lofts it. Goes wide. McKennie almost saves it. Colin says Pogba. Yeah, I think the wingers will be rested. So look, this is going an international break after this. I hate international breaks just because I'm concerned that they're going to ride the players that we have into the ground. And that's the thing that pisses me off about international breaks. Some of them bring your players back so damn late, like ridiculously late. And then it's like they come back and they're already fatigued, jet lagged, and whatever. Checking a penalty? Are we getting another one? Is there? Can we see? Can VAR please show us what we're looking at here? A handball? Ooh, Fazzini's hand. That's actually stupid by Fazzini. That's a very stupid play by Fazzini there. If that is a handball, if it's inbound, because they're checking to see if the ball is inbound for the play, and let Gatti take the penalty if that is. It is a tough call, but that's just stupid. Why the hell are you raising your hand like? Oh God, that was a bad way to raise my hand. But like, why are you raising your hand like? Okay, nothing. Yeah, I think the ball was out of play. And then Colin says Dusan needs redemption. Now I think Berisha lives in his head. Joel says, is Pogba still not injured? Sorry to ask. Not able. No, Pogba's good. He's just gonna be coming in from the bench. Josism starts laughing. Colin says, grabs it, grabs it, grab his balls and twist it. Komika says, no pen, out of play. Ball. Yeah. I kind of wish we would break them down normally instead of having to rely on a pen, but that's just me. I wonder if these like I'm very curious to see what we do here because this game honestly looks like we're in autoplay and like people are gonna sit there and be like, well, there we go, same boring old Juve, blah blah blah. Okay, Rabiot with a win there, goes back to Chiesa. Chiesa driving forward. Kostic trying to overlap with Chiesa, a little bit slow, but Chiesa sends it out wide, gets it to Miretti. Miretti tries to dribble, does not dribble enough. Oh, that's frustrating. Colin says, where is Tall? I don't know where Tall is. That's a weird ass back heel by Danilo, but it works. Chiesa takes it, serves it, finished. Ah, my goodness. What a back heel by Danilo. And then what a pass by Empoli to Chiesa there. Oh, that's so frustrating. Oh, come on, Chiesa. You got to put that in. Compatro says, and one. Frankie yelling out loud, how? How? I can't believe that didn't go in. I can't believe that didn't go. That's such a funny back heel by Danilo. Is there no 8-1 continuation in footy? No, there's not. There's not. It does not exist. Frankie's saying, Danilo's showing up. Damn, I know. For some reason, he does that. McKenny with some sauce. Goes out wide. Does that look like it's a... Ooh, goal kick. Goal kick. It's almost like he gets alleged for not showing up at all, but I believe Danilo is currently man of the match if you look at the old statistics there. So Frankie says he watched the BZ videos. Guys, we can't reference them. We're gonna get people to get pissed at us again. I'm just saying as a joke, but someone actually did get mad at me for it. They're like, "Why do you guys take swipes?" I'm like, "We call their takes out." Kostic there with a flip gets blocked by Empoli. It's one of those things where like I always get irritated with that rah bullshit. Like, oh my gosh, you guys need to all get along and be best friends and blah 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 blah. And like what? Not hold each other accountable for takes that we take? Like we're all commentators. Like, hey, so and so is making a claim. Let me challenge that claim and figure out why that claim is being made. Like it's just such a soft mentality. Like, hey, you're saying something. Cool. Let's figure out why. And if they don't respond, then because they know they don't got anything. But I don't know. Maybe I'm an old timer. Some of this young jazz, this whole like powwow crap is just annoying. Because, like for example, like us and Beppe, we're really great friends, but sometimes we don't agree with 100% of all of our takes. Like for example, was it Beppe had Milan ranked 5th on his Serie A prediction table, and I had him 2nd. Like there's a disagreement right there. I don't understand why people got to freak out when different content creators don't have the same opinions. Like it's commentators, guys. Like folks got to chill. Frankie saying Pogba coming in. He is coming in, and he is in. So let's see how this Pogba comes in as a DM. We'll see how this adjusts play here. Frankie says, but why is still Loca on? I think he just needs something a little bit more consistent than Moretti. Uh, Davide Caru says subs, please. Is that our Dave? Dave, how many Google accounts do you have? Whew. Rabiot with a nice stick there to stop really any kind of decisiveness of the Empoli attack there. Lofted ball with really no idea coming in there. Empoli looking for some opportunities here. Oh wow, my volume is on max. That's wild. Trying to see if I can like check something for you guys. It's a bit of a scorcher today. 87. It's actually kind of interesting because we're there and I can hear like for example, some of the microphones are there and I can hear the Juve Ultras in Empoli. All right, so my news thing did not pop up like I thought it was. All right, so calling up some plays right now. So guys, what do you guys think of McKennie today? Comic is saying, what's sad is I hear all that support in other stadiums, but our home is a library. Yeah. Combacho says, do the Ultras only scream loud on the road because they're protesting the home ticket prices? Maybe that might be it. Possibly. Good grab by Perrine there. Frankie says he was valid for sure. See, so Farhad posted that on our Twitter, the Turn Giants podcast or Juve podcast or whatever he calls it on Twitter or X. A lot of people are like terrible, and I'm like, how? Okay, that was a poor pass. I just jinxed it. I'm like, well, that's a poor pass there, but I don't know. Like I thought he did well. Pogba wins the ball there, a little bit heavy, but still manages to keep possession there. Good play by Pogba. Danilo finds Chiesa. Now that is a nice forward pass. Good job, Danilo. Chiesa dribbling, looks for an option here. Takes a little bit too long, lofts it up to Dusan, hits Dusan's chest. Pogba hits it in. It's in. Is it offside? Gosh dang it. Pog side. That's what that was. Pog side. Yeah, that's 100% Pog side. That is a Pog side instead of. Damn, that sucks. That's such a great goal. Rip. All right, VAR, you don't need like 20 minutes. I can see that from at home. He technically did score. It was just offside. Pogba did score. Like, that was a volley outside the box. Chosen says, West for me is a Giancaneri type player. Yeah, that's the thing. You need those guys. Those guys are important. Unfortunately, as I asked for him, he turned the ball over quite ugly. Frankie says, no Pog boom. It's Pug side, not Pug boom. That's what we'll call it. Pug side. Poor pass by putting there. Very terrible. Very horrific. But guess who clears it? Danilo. And Locatelli absolutely gets bossed off the ball. Handball by Empoli there. Very poor pass by Perrine there. And guess who saves the day defensively? Starts with a D, ends with a Nilo. Danilo. Yeah, Malik 100% handled that ball there. Joseph, we need this new offside rule. Yeah, we do. Costello, I think we need some fresh legs in the wings. Yeah, I'd love to see Cambiaso and Weah come in. Pogba's already done quite well for, the 5 minutes that he came in for? Uh, Nobody touches that one, goes out for a goal kick for us. They kind of like shaved Gattone's head, like right through the back of his head there. Oh, it's actually really hot. It's almost like 45 degrees Celsius where I'm at, so it's a bit warm for me, folks. My head's actually my forehead's sweating. Wow. Oh, hey, look, I see Keane warming up. Moisey, get a hat trick, buddy. Danilo with another perfect defensive clearance. Dumps that ball. Great pass to McKennie. Goes out to Loca. So here's the thing, like, Pogba's not playing as the DM. Loca's still playing as a DM, so I don't understand that. McKennie with actually a decent through ball to Danilo on the back there. Danilo's able to rotate play to Kostic. Kostic forgets where the ball is and has to send it back to Danilo. Danilo looks again, penetrates through to Loca. Loca's looking for Pog. Pog sends it out wide to Rabiot. Rabiot's playing as a right center mid right now. Dusan wide open, but here's my thing. Dusan, stop looking at Rabiot expecting him to give you a through ball from distance. He can't do that. It's just, I don't have the facilities for that big man. Nice flick. Dusan there takes it, gets blocked. Actually, a great block by Empoli there. Bone says, my boy Keen. Chosen says, I know what's wrong with Allegri. The more hair he loses, the uglier he plays. His team has revenge. That's petty. That's petty. Pogba with a nice through ball there. Cross gets deflected, goes out for a throw in. That's right. I forgot about Fabio Capello. Really forgot about him. It's true. But I guess he's just not that good because no one mentioned him. Dun, dun, dun. So the Milik man is coming in for who? I have no clue. But Juve clearly slowing down the tempo here. I want to see what the X goals are. So Cambiaso and Milik are both subbing in. So Cambiaso's probably subbing in for a very poor Kostic. So Milik for Dusan. Yeah, Empoli's got a .27 expected goal different or an expected goals. Juve have almost 2. So yeah, that interesting. Interesting. But hey, we're terrible according to some folks. Oh man, it's totally. Yeah, Dusan was like a leg offside. They're showing that there. So Chosism says Capello is overrated. Bone says he's putting Milik on. What the bleep? Gompachero says Chiesa most likely because Max hates him too, like Rabiot people. Bone says I want Keane. Chosism says he had a super team in Juve and did nothing with it in the UCL. Chosism said with Madrid as well. Frankie says Dusan is out of here with a baseball voice. He's out. Dan says Fabio Campello, you forgot to mention as the next Italian man. Yeah, we did. We did. Chosism says he's overrated, and I didn't really rate him that high. I thought he did decent with Milan in the 90s, and that's about it. Like, I think that's it. Like, he had his back-to-back and never heard from again. Competro says, facts, mate. Alrighty. I forgot who subbed off. I think Kostic. Yeah, so Kostic is out of there. Or is it? Yeah, it is Kostic. So McKennie's still in the game. So let's see how the quality difference between Kostic and Cambiaso here. I think it's going to be a huge difference. Pogba with some sauce there. One ping, some pings, some loose balls, some more sauce. Rabiot still has it. McKennie to Chiesa. Chiesa fumbles it. Locatelli decides to kick it at the defender. Oh, that's a body check there by Paul. Gosh, I wish Dusan made that damn penalty. Because, like, I know it's, like, comfortable. They're at a .2 goal expected goals, but, like, I kind of wish we had to. And then Frankie says, someone shoot, man. Please. Please shoot the ball. Like, it would be 2-0. I'd be a little bit easier here. But at the same time, Juve's bombarded the middle, and Empoli can't really do anything off the outsides. It's just kind of crossing, inshallah, for Empoli here. That ball by Cambiasso goes a little bit wayward over Chiesa. I think, man, honestly, this game's 3-zip. If you think about it, if Chiesa just converts that properly. Gompatro says we see Dean. I think Dean's not called up because he played for the next gen a couple days ago, and he did not play that well either. But yeah, Yildiz, I don't know. I think Yildiz played for next gen too. I think both of them did. But it looks like Juve's getting ready to do the old low blocker. God, those ultras are loud. It's the Empoli fans, but Loca, that's a good pass by Loca to Milik. Milik takes it, receives it, plays it off to Rabiot. Rabiot, the crazy horse, drives, wins a foul. Frankie said, yeah, next gen boys got stomped. Yeah, they got stomped really bad. Really, really bad. I'm very curious why Milik instead of Keane. Pogba lays that off. Pogba's physicality is just something we have not seen in that midfield at all for a very long time. Like, Pogba's very aggressive too. Like, back to goal, able to hold the ball and play it off. Kenny with a couple of scissors looks. That's actually a nice through ball to Rabiot there, who's able to facilitate play. Loca finally with a decent deep ball there. Cambiasso takes it, looks, finds Loca again. See, Loca back pass there. Milik looks. Milik plays it. Loca, come on, Loca. Loca with another back pass. Through ball there by Danilo. That's the thing. Loca's your DM, but Danilo has more progressive passes than him. Pogba on the edge. Danilo looks like he's taking a shot and takes one. At this point, can we just switch Danilo and Locatelli position-wise? Because, like, for example, I find it interesting because Danilo's doing more of a defensive midfielder role than Locatelli is. Like, Loca just takes, looks in front of him, turns around back to Danilo. Danilo's like, all right, cool. Here's a ping there. There's a ping there. There's a ping there. Like, again, I don't want to hear the Danilo slander. Wow, Empoli have no shots on. Oh, Chiesa with a slide tackle there to win it back. See, again, Locatelli just delaying the movement. Gompatro says, is Cambiasso a lefty? No, he's two-footed. Like, oh my gosh, if Loca could just chip a long ball, Chiesa's through there. Cambiasso wins it, creates some space there, sends it. Just gets pegged by Empoli there, almost in the head of right there in the forehead of Milik there, but he gets headed by Empoli back to Berisha. Frankie says, sheesh, Cambiasso. Frankie, are you off because it's Labor Day weekend? Are you working? Are you just listening from work? Gompatro says, hey man, at least Milik man didn't just look at it like last week. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, finally, there we go. We got some progressive passing there from Loca. Something incisive and through the lines there. Cambiasso just taking that left and wins a corner. That's what I need to see more of out of Locatelli. Be brave. Take those damn passes, man. Because Danilo's doing that. Like, Danilo's doing a better job than he is. Frankie says, I'm no longer employed right now. Started college Tuesday, so I'm trying to find a remote job and work better with school. I got you. That's fair. I miss those days. Bremer with a touch. Takes it, retains possession, sends it back deep out wide there. Loca, nice. That's a decent long ball to Cambiaso there. Rabiot and Cambiaso combined there. Rabiot with a right-footed chipper. Lands to Milik, but no one there to clean it up. Cancellieri sends it to Cambiaghi. They're trying to start a counterattack, but they absolutely fall. I don't know what Pogba's calling for. You know, here's the thing. I know I'm going to play devil's advocate here, but I'm going to say I'm going to be interested to hear, like, for example, say that Empoli tie this game. How many people are going to go after Dusan for missing that penalty? Or is like the man crush on him still a thing? Nice through ball by Oppo. Just really a full extension jump header to get that out of there. But kind of going again, like for example, if this game ended 1-1, how many people would really call Dusan out for missing that pen? Versus like for example, the Milik pen against Bologna last season. Like I'm very curious to see if people call balls and strikes on that one. And then you say every time you say Frankie says, I immediately think tranquilo. That's funny. That's really funny. Good catch there by Perrine. We're getting into the home stretch, the twilight of this game. Yeah, Empoli really not threatening at all. Not whatsoever here. Still haven't had a shot on goal yet. Loca, there we go. Now that you just got to get the timing down better. Loca, you absolutely laser beam that. But again, that's the thing. That's just one of those things where I look at it, I'm just kind of like, oh my goodness. I think Loca is more so of a short passing specialist and a shooter or finisher, and that's about it. Like I don't see because I remember someone told me like, oh yeah, Loca's got really good long balls. I doubt that. I strongly disagree with that. But we're in the final 10 minutes. So this is what I like to call negative possession here, where you're just pinging the ball left and right, left and right, left and right. And, you know, a lot of people will say, well, that's attractive football. You're just side passing the entire time. Chosism says, I meant Frankie says relaxes and Frankie goes to Hollywood. That's funny. Gampetro says, Christina from CBS said Loco was pinging Regista pastors over the summer in LA. Now I'm like, where? Yeah, where? I can't. That's why I can't stand Paramount, man. The Paramount Plus folks. Like, it's just a bunch of influencers. Like, only like few of them have actual footy knowledge. Nice through ball there. Can Chiesa get through? Chiesa gets it. He beats him. Oh, come on, Chiesa. Get up. Stay. Finish. Finish. There we go. Chiesa's on the ground like he just died. Chiesa's on the ground like he just literally died. Poor Chiesa, man. That's almost technically a foul. That's technically a red. Yeah, if Chiesa actually stayed down. Yeah, if Chiesa stayed down, that's a red card for Berisha. I love Chiesa's celebration. That's like the best celebration ever. You just lay flat, starfished. Is there a VAR check? Is there? Do we have a VAR check? Are we good? Can I change the score? Oh, Keen and Way are coming on. Does it stay? Does it stand? Chat, is this a good goal? Are we good? Can I hit +1? Is there a thing? We good? I need some reassurance, folks. I think we're good. It's 2. There we go. I slapped 2 on there. Yeah. What if Timmy W just hops in and gets a goal? I could see Timmy Weah doing that. Himothy. Get a third one. Why not? Let's see if we can get that, because I think if we score here, I think we would have the second or third best offense in Italy right now. I know it's early, but let me be petty here. Yeah, Inter Milan. Yeah, if we get another goal, we would come in third. We're technically third on the table, but um, Inter and AC both have 8 goals apiece, and we only have the 6 right now. Jeff says it's solid, but boy, if you missed, I would have been pissed. Me too. Me too. It's a win there by Rabiot. Rabiot looking for Pogba. Pogba's got miles of space in front of him. Pogba not really driving, just kind of taking his time. Goes for Timmy W. A little bit far for Timmy. Timmy kind of a negative touch there. Has to play it back, unfortunately. So Cambiaso holding it, looks for Paul. Paul has it again. These guys are just really, what's interesting? I always see when people go at Paul, they like aggressively tackle Paul. Danilo, a little bit of a wayward pass on that through ball there, but if he was able to angle it a little bit better, I think Timmy gets 3. Could have been up 3-0 if it wasn't for Dusan. No, I'm just that's just me being petty. Oh, that's me being petty. Yeah, it's interesting. So even Rav is saying that you can hear the ultras there. So okay, cool. Not the only one here. But yeah, Frankie, you're right. It could have been 4-0. Easily. Yo, and Gentoli with a dap. I don't know who he did it to, but he dapped that dude up. So Dave is saying like the entire crowd lost it from the Chiesa goal. So it's like Kevin's also saying that that's stuff that we don't hear at the home stadium, which is interesting. So I think it has to do that. Has to do with the protesting and whatnot. Yeah, totally. And the thing is, and like for example, I'm sorry guys, because I'm trying to read some stats as well, just so I can understand and talk about it at the same time too. So I kind of called it like in the pregame show where I think Moretti offers a lot more than Fagioli currently right now. Because it doesn't have Chiesa do 100 1v1s on its own. So Moretti rotating and allowing Gatti and Loca sometimes to press up. I really think that Loca has a lot of stuff that he needs to improve on as well. We'll see if they go for a third one here, but again, some people can say this is tough to watch, but overall, in theory, this game's technically a 4-0 slash 3-0 game. And we do have Keane that's in the match. It'd be cool if Keane can get a third here, but it's garbage time at this point. Empoli's just kind of hoping they do something that sticks. Bremer bodied him. Jesus. Yeah, Bremer told him go to the gym. You too small, my friend. You know, here's the crazy thing right now is Lecce is in fourth place. They have 7 points. So Lecce is the surprise of the season right now. Ugh, my goodness. Ugh. Alrighty, we're into the final 20 seconds of this one. Launch cleared by Bremer there. Keane takes it. Keane still has it. Keane gets up. Wow, man. Keane's just a built different. Nice through ball to Weah. Weah's up to some. He's got some space here. What's Weah going to do? He shoots it, goes off there. Oh, it just falls right by Keane. Frankie says, I hope they don't break Chiesa during the international break. Yeah, for real. 7 minutes of extra time. That's wild. Ah, man, if Keane just looked to his left, I think that would have fell right for him. Kind of want to see Keane or Weah get one here. Looks like they're going to play short to Pog. Good through ball there. Whale lofts one. Goes to Milik off the crossbar. Nearly the third one there. What a pass by Weah. That's such a good ball by Weah. Wow, what a cross. First cross of the game. Pure dime. Why not go for 3 at this point? So as we're getting down to wind this on before you guys hop in on the call in and whatnot, but what would you guys rate this game? I mean, like, what's your thoughts on it? Just type it in the chat, and then we can go a little bit more in depth in the call in as well. But again, I think this is one of those, job done. You need to get points from these relegation sides or these lower table sides. You got to get them, and we went in there, we got them. I mean, to be honest with you, it didn't look like we really had to overly exert ourselves. So I think this is one of those days in the office games that you got to do. You get it done. Yeah, there's some issues that we did offensively, but yeah, average game. I think the main thing is like Empoli didn't really have really any chance of attacking more so. So it's like we kept Empoli from really threatening or doing anything. We got a goal. We got a quick one actually, an early goal. Could have went 2-0 up at half before halftime. I think this is a good game for Pogba to get minutes in his legs too. No pressure, no need to force anything crazy. Is that offside? Milik. Wow, what a terrible shot by Milik there. Gosh, that was poor. Wow, what a shot there by Destro. That's their first shot of the game. Ugh. And are you guys just as exhausted as I am? I feel like this like even though maybe I was just talking the entire time, I feel a little bit like drowsy. It's kind of like ugh. Keen? 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 Oh, Keen? Keen shoots? Keen? No! Keen just the post. Keen! Mr. Keen! Just a little. Wow. Keen. Oh, oh, man. Is that a save? Yeah, this game does feel long. Choo-choo. Yeah, Empoli looks completely faded. Milik doesn't see a way of moving in time. That one doesn't really go anywhere. Juve's just rotating it now. Allegri literally just gets off the bench to yell for something. Loca, you have top left. Jeez, my goodness, Loca, look at the whole field. You have the whole left side. Yeah, Danilo slipped into that defensive midfielder role and is just moving the ball a lot better. It's always nearly a forward pass every single time. Look wide now. Look at Cambiaso, Bremer. Look at Cambiaso. Okay, Loca, can you try to get it over to your left? Okay, lateral. Danilo with a nice one. Cambiaso, you got to touch that ball better there, buddy. Danilo there is able to force a miss pass there, but Empoli still recover. Good recovery by Cambiaso. Keeps it with Bremer in play. Danilo, again, great movement by Danilo. Nah, I wouldn't say Inter look like world beaters. Relax. And that is the final whistle. Juventus 4-0. I'm just kidding. Well, that was a clear one. We came in there, did what we needed to do, get our stuff there. I mean, if we look at the overall stats here, are they even posting the stats? There we go. 3 expected goals at a point versus 0.29. So offensively, we were cooking. We just didn't convert them. Empoli more passes, a little bit more possession than us. I really don't care. 18 shots. We missed 3 big chances. That's the one thing that kind of pisses me off. And yes, guys, I will put in the call-in link. Relax. Joe Lex says I have a bad feeling about Lazio. Wait until the international break. We got 2 weeks until we see that. I just hope we get everyone back healthy. That's all I care about in regards to that. But here, I'll show the box score here. Yeah, so looking at these statistics, need to go back down. So, yeah, 0.29 to 3.01. That means offensively we were deadly. I will zoom in for you guys so you can even see it better. But there we go, 3 to their 0.29. As Misak would say, they were not threatening at all. 18 to their 7. This is the only thing that worries me is we had 3 big chances. 2 posts by Keane and Milik, and then the other disallowed goals, unfortunately. But I think the man of the match is Danilo. Yeah. Danilo won man of the match. Fought Mob's man of the match goes to Danilo. So Danilo wins that one. So Danilo is Himilo because he's got it. So yeah, overall, kind of a great performance. The only person that stunk was Mr. I can't make a penalty over here, but overall pretty solid. Perrine, not much because not really had to do anything more so. But I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put out the phone line. You guys can hop in, call in, do what you got to do. I'll let you guys talk. I talk for like 3 hours, or almost 2 hours. So slap this on. We'll have some fun here. We're in the call-in segment. So there you go. Boom. The link is up. If you guys want to hop in and talk, go for it. Just again, I ask that you be courteous and nice to folks because I will boot you if you're not. So let's keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, you are feisty for that one. But all right, guys, Colin, lines are open. I gotta just hit the Z button and let people come in. You guys can come in and talk. I know Dave is probably gonna try to make a cameo appearance here, but there we go. Post game. Overall, Komika says, "Is Dave in Italy?" Yeah, Dave is in Empoli. He's at the stadium right now. So Dave is actually at the game or finished getting out of the game. We'll see if his cell phone will work or if it'll let him call in because he said the reception is terrible right now over there because of all the people. But again, some highlights here. Danilo absolutely bossed it. I think this was an absolute boss game by Danilo. Great game by him. I thought Gatti had a great game. I'm hoping that there's confidence in taking Gatti into the starting lineup now with a solid performance there. I'm going to highlight this so you guys can see it. I'm going to star it. There we go. So again, guys, just click the link, copy the link, hop in. We'll throw you in there. I know Jeff is coming in. Colin, without any hesitation. Colin, how are you, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Just my second favorite Canuck because my other Canuck is in the stadium right now trying to figure out how to get cell reception.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I actually have to go to work, so I'm only going to take a little bit of your time tonight. But I wanted to touch on you were bringing up if anyone comes close to BBC nowadays, and I think a large part of that has to do with the fact that we've had, and I think you can actually apply this to all sports. The rule changes have impeded defending across the board, every sport. Everything's going entertainment and advertising and getting people to watch it on television. And I don't think we'll ever see defenders pick a sport. Ray Lewis, Gary Payton, Maldini, whatever sport. I don't think we'll see it again just because of how the systems are rigged, for the lack of better terms. You know what I mean?
In a sense, yeah. No, I got you.
Also, I'd like to tell Frankie that Gatti didn't play as well as Danilo. Tough luck.
Hey, Frankie might hop on. I don't know. He might. He's not doing anything unless he's got.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty consistent Allegri ball game, which I mean we're bound to have a few. Can't complain all the time. But I was hoping to see a shock from last week and not us drifting farther back to status quo. And it's starting to look like the first game was the shock, and last year is still last year. I could be negative, but I'm hoping.
No, my question, like, I'm kind of curious, was maybe my thing is this: was he experimenting using Kostic and McKennie this game? Like, I feel like this was, I don't want to say it was a throwaway game, but it was more of like hey, I'm confident that we'll go out there and get 3 points. Let me try something.
Let me answer your question with a question.
Okay.
In your third game, when you still, and you're a rotational coach, why are we not still trying to find an 11 that works? Like you brought up the international breaks now. Why are we worried about tiring people out? I don't give a shit about how Weah plays for the States and so on and so forth, you know? So I think that we should have stuck to what had been getting us going since Udinese.
Yep.
And this isn't a disrespect to McKennie or Kostic. Maybe it's because we're trying to sell Kostic, and there's some time in other leagues that are available. But I for the life of me, I don't understand when you have your back to an international break. Play your crew. We need to go out with 3 points and not hope for the best on our B team. And I didn't like that strategy. It was nice to see how McKennie was playing and Moretti, Locatelli. I think Locatelli is a hype show right now, and I'm hoping to see otherwise. But right now, he's up there on my if he dies, he dies list. But for sales, I don't want him to die.
He was woeful again. Like it's just the thing is like, for example, for me, what gets frustrating is he doesn't take risks. It's not like, for example, Danilo almost was like, move over, I got this.
Yeah.
As far as like as a regista role, because like the thing is like it got more and more prevalent where it's like you have Cambiasso or you have Kostic making a run or Chiesa making that run. For me, it's like, for example, if I'm playing in the hole, the first guy I look to the second I touch possession is my main guy that's running, my striker, my guy that's moving the attack forward. So, like, for example, that's where I'm looking. Where it's me, it's like I look at Locatelli. Locatelli grabs the ball, takes a touch, and looks down, looks over. Where it's like, for example, me, I'm looking and I'm scanning. So it's like that's the one thing that irritates me about Locatelli is like I think his vision's not that good.
No, I agree because if you look, let's just say we're watching the TV and you got your net on one side, whatever. Well, when you go look up and down on your screen for that left or right pass that Locatelli is bound to make, I guarantee you that about 70% of the time, Chiesa is running a check back.
He is. So, he is, or he's running behind.
Yeah, it to me, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's an instruction that's been given to him because I find it hard as someone that's made it this far in his footballing career has vision issues.
Yeah, but Danilo doesn't hesitate, and he sends it. And he's willing to send it, and he's able to penetrate deep. Like, for example, even with Pogba, like Pogba receives the ball and is able to switch fields to Weah and whatnot. My thing is like maybe it's an instruction because he can't do it. Like that could be a possibility where, because like, did you see, like, if we saw some of those deeper balls from Loca, they were off, and they were not just off, they were atrociously off.
Off, brother. Some of them went straight in the air. You couldn't even see it on the goddamn screen.
No, yeah, exactly. So it was like one of those things where I'm looking at it, I'm like, I understand like misplays or, you know, you're just short. Like there's some of those like long balls that are just short, the air just takes it out of it. But there's some where I'm just like, holy hell, man. And then the one thing I wanted to get your thoughts, because, you know, you're a goalkeeper in arms in a sense. You got to talk to me about that goal, that save that Berisha did on Dusan. Your thoughts as a goalkeeper on that penalty?
I mean, a goalie, like, hypothetically should never have a chance as a goalie. And like, I'm at the end of my prime for a men's competitive, and I'm still making saves. And when I make a save, I'm not like patting myself on the back. There's 99% of the time it's because asshole got cheeky and put it somewhere stupid. You know, so for me, that's why I said in the chat, Vlaho needs redemption, because things like this, so that'll stick in a striker's head. Because for me, it was an out and out. I have less of an issue with that shot if you put some mustard on it, but there was no jalapeno, no Dijon, there was no nothing. And
not even salt and pepper.
In that case, you can hope for it's, especially with a modern ball, it's really hard for, you know, a goalie to get the W and cup that ball at pace and bring that in. So if you put some zip on it, then at least it's popping out. But it was such a lightly tapped pass. I mean, it was a better pass to Berisha than Locatelli made to his own fucking players today. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah. Misak, how are you, buddy? Habibi.
Yeah. Great, we won. Best start we've had since Sarri's era, funnily enough, and that was a fluke. I remember, the second game, or it was against Napoli,
With
the
Napoli.
4-3
Yep.
comeback with Koulibaly and stuff. So it was a crazy game, but no, yeah. But this one was good. Like all three games good. There's a step-by-step improvement of our team. Miretti is very crucial, even though he played his final third play is kind of sucky, but he is so crucial for us because he acts as a six, as a fake six to build up the play. Like tactically, we were very solid. Tactically, like Allegri prepared this match perfectly. Empoli had an XG of 0.20, a quarter XG the whole game. Like they didn't do anything. They had possession, yeah, but they weren't doing anything with the possession. Us, we underperformed. Our goal, like we had an XG of 3.01, like under
We should
Max
have had 5.
Allegri. Under Max Allegri.
Yeah.
That's like 6 goals. That's like scoring 6 goals, but we scored only 2. Yeah,
Well, what's
Vlahovic
the
was
difference
bad.
from
The
today
thing
than
with
a few
Vlahovic
months
is,
ago?
I'm not.
Hey, Misak, what's the difference
We
from
didn't.
today
2
than
months
from
ago, we
last
didn't
year?
change. Ah,
Last year we squandered a lot of chances
lot.
as well.
Okay. No.
So I agree that
Generation,
I,
the fire
I agree that we are
generation.
compact and sound,
Oh,
but I
guys,
just
you
feel
guys
like
are over talking on each other.
I apologize. I agree that
Sorry.
we are compact and sound. I just feel like it was a throwback to last year.
No. You know why? Because the setup and how we move the ball is completely different. It was completely different on some parts in the phase 1 build, but when we get to the phase 2, when we're in the middle third, when the ball arrives to Kostic, it is the same as last year because Kostic. This game summed up one of our issues, which is Kostic and Chiesa cannot coexist. At all,
No.
cannot coexist.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
Chiesa is your starter. Kostic hugs the bench. Then King comes or something, fine, but you cannot play Kostic with Chiesa because every single time they are trying to fight and push each other's way into the same left-hand spot, and the one, Kostic was terrible. That's the end one.
I agree.
McKennie was okay. Like McKennie, I was expecting worse, but it was better. Okay, I give credit. He did better.
I think you
Miretti
can
was
call him
very
solid at least.
crucial. Yeah, solid.
He didn't do anything
Like,
spectacular.
what do I
He didn't
expect
do
from a
anything bad.
midfielder? No. He was McKennie. Like I didn't expect anything fancy. Weah was very lively. I wanted Weah to enter fastly earlier. I don't know why he went in so late. Cambiaso, like you see the intelligence of a player. Like him and his understanding with Chiesa is very fundamental. Pogba, Pogba, Jesus Christ. One touch, half volley inside the net. That was such a beautiful goal and so sad it was taken off. He deserved it. And I feel like he's injured, no? Like I feel like he was afraid of taking he was
Yeah.
okay until the 90th minute.
Conservative
Then
movements.
I felt like he was afraid. Yeah, yes, like there was something. Okay, we have a 2 weeks break, so I hope whatever niggling thing he has will pass by then. Maybe he just has a cramp or something, nothing big. Because if it was something big, he would go out. He's a critical player. Like last time when his muscle got pulled or something, he went out. Like I don't think there's anything going on with Pogba, but he was fantastic. He helped our build from phase 1 to phase 4. Everything. He was helpful. Tactically, we were very great. I was afraid of Danilo as a left center back, honestly, because he was not last suited, but he was great. He was uh, he was the captain of our team. He was instrumental. Locatelli was bad, especially in his long passes for some reason. Like why? Like there is a lane. Like you're playing a lane. You're playing in Scadinha, which is like a ladder formation. Like you go step by step. That's how we move the ball. Like there was one pass he tried to give it to Weah, at the end, where Pogba is just in front of him and the space is open. Like he can just put the pass to Pogba and it's free. He can pass to Weah, but no, he tried to cross it. and then nothing happens. But yeah, overall, our game has improved. Our chance creation has improved. Our players have to be more clinical. If you're gonna compete in any sort of way, they have to be more clinical. You can't do it. Dusan Vlahovic has to learn how to play as a top striker, because we cannot just spoon feed him. Okay, we cannot just spoon feed him the chances. Sometimes an 80 million striker should create his own chances, should help build up the play, should help bring others into play. Okay, that's how we're gonna improve. But overall, there is an idea of football we're trying to play, but it needs time. And I hope game by game Allegri is understanding to remove the defects. The defects being Kostic, for example. Don't play Kostic with your Chiesa. McKennie is solid, but play Weah on the right. Okay, he's your starter. Or play Ealing and then Cambiaso on the right, and then bring Weah as a speed energy guy. Okay, do some stuff like that, but you can understand slowly to, like, for example, we should eliminate one error, which is Alexandro playing with this Danilo, Bremer, and Gatti. Okay, that's one he should learn from this. Like, okay, no more Sandro unless we have an injury. That's my take. Anyway, great game. I hope everybody is happy. No, nothing went wrong. Yeah, we're third
It's a
now
joke.
on
30
the table.
steps backwards.
For me, it's a few steps backwards.
Like you see. Maybe. I don't know. No. For me, it's okay. For me, it's great. The pressing, we're pressing. We are pressing. How can I say it? We're high pressing in certain areas when we try to ball, but when ball goes, like I said it in preseason too. But when the ball is not in their defensive third, which is where the goalkeeper is and stuff, we high press. But then when it goes to the central area, we just go back completely. Like, we shouldn't do that. We should still continue to press and press. I don't know why it's like a high block and then a very low block directly. Like, there is no gradual shift in it. There is no sustained pressure. It's like high, down directly. So I don't know if that's the plan, but I don't get it, because
it does seem very black and white.
A lot. Yeah, it's like there's no gray area. There's no trend.
Yeah.
There is no like slow transition. Like, you go back with the ball, etc. No, we just press. If it doesn't work, and it worked a couple of times, if you see our press put us in a position to create chances. But then when the ball goes to the center part, everybody, 11 people behind the ball. Just needs balancing. I hope it can be figured out. But yeah, overall, I'm very glad, very happy. I have not a lot to complain about. Like, it's very solid. Let's go for Lazio. Lazio is going to be a difficult team to play, but we should try to play our game, our counter-attacking game. And so we need Weah and Cambiaso to start.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, no, nothing. I'm just listening for the moment. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought the game, the game wasn't pretty. I didn't think it was like super, super pretty, but there were some good things. I still think I think our attacking players were more involved. They could have been more clinical. Our midfield maybe needs a little bit of work, but I feel like when Pogba came in, he started to make a difference. And another takeaway I wanted to say was, thank God that Gatti started over Sandro. I think he was much better. I'll say that. And Danilo did play well.
He was solid. Well.
Yeah, he was solid defense.
If you notice, Gatti also went into the midfield a couple of times. Like, he's pushing up to help as an additional midfielder. Yeah, so
the only one
thing, his technical quality.
Yeah. The only one thing I wanted to point out was with Rabiot. He needs to let go of that ball much faster, especially in that one chance he had with Chiesa. Like, that's the only one thing I criticize him a lot, and I wish he's just a little more quick.
Yeah,
I feel like the midfield needs to transition from offense to defense quickly if we're gonna play a defensive game.
If we're gonna diagnose every single mistake, though, you could find an issue with every player. I think for the most part, Rabiot's release is pretty good. For the most part, that was a mistake for sure. I disagree with Dash pretending like that was a given goal and 100% Chiesa was going to put it in. But it definitely, the pass should have been made. But all in all, I don't think we can step on Rabiot too much. For me, the lack of ambition in the midfield is directly tied to Locatelli. For me,
Yeah. No, I
Hey, guys.
agree with you there.
I just want to butt in. My phone's about to die. I said I'll check in, but
Hey,
I don't
bro.
have much to say because I don't have any battery. But you guys have it covered.
this dude's
All I got to say
sweating.
is that my wife
How are you
likes
doing?
Moises Pass. There, guys.
Moises Pass?
Ass, I
Moises
think
Pass.
it's
Yeah.
ass.
Yes.
He's well built.
Dave just comes in and says he got some yams and he's out.
Man,
Yeah.
yeah, he could have had a good. He could have had a really good goal actually.
Yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
filthy. But hey, you know what? I thought Chiesa would have scored
By the
that before
way-
he got a similar opportunity where he whiffed it wide. Okay, Colin, leave me alone.
Yo,
But
I think if Chiesa would have missed that, I would have been fucking pissed. There is no way if he would have missed that goal he made. Oh
if
my
he
god!
if he stayed down, Berisha would have got a red card because he actually clipped him.
Yeah.
Nah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Berisha would have got a red. So it's either a goal or a red. But you know the thing is, and I think this is the interesting part that all of us I think have come into. Locatelli right now, to me, in the midfield is probably our worst player.
I think he doesn't need to be a regista. I've said it. He should be in
Taking Fagioli out of the
The thing
conversation.
is, the thing is,
Because like the thing is like if you look
how
at
we
it,
play.
Yo, you need to have a
the way
light
we play.
on all of our fucking screens.
I
The
know.
light's on,
We
we
are
can
not
talk.
forcing to go.
you're cutting out Misak.
Oh shit! No, I
I
was
wouldn't
saying
mind.
we
Go ahead.
build up.
You said when we build up and then you stop talking. Still got nothing from you, buddy.
No, he's. I think he's got a bad connection right now.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
Just looking at his pretty face.
Is
Maybe
it
his
better?
mic shut. Okay, try it now. Go ahead.
Hello. It's
Yep,
okay.
I hear you.
No.
Yes.
I'm saying Locatelli is a mediano. Okay, he's not a regista. He's not a mezzala. He's a mediano. A mediano is a two-man pivot. Okay, he was playing under the Zerbi that he was playing with Milan that. Like he needs somebody next to him. Okay, I get it. But how we build up already, we play a 4-2 and a 3-2 build up. Okay, which means we have 3 center backs or a 4, and then a pivot 2, which is either him and Miretti, either him, rarely Rabiot, but it is usually him and Miretti or Pogba, somebody next to him all the time. But he isn't doing his role as a mediano even right. That's a problem. We're playing 30 million, and the guy is uncomfortable on the ball. Like he is uncomfortable on the ball on the high level. I see Pogba with 40% fitness that can barely run, and the guy is just easy, like very easy on the ball. Like he knows everything that's gonna happen. That's a top class footballer for me. That's a top class. When he said when they were talking about him as maybe a regista, I'm like, in a modern sense, he cannot work because modern registas are like Brozovic, somebody that can cover the whole ground and also dictate play, both of them. But Pogba can be a classic regista, the one like Ala Pirlo, okay, that is very less physical, less running, but can sprinkle his everything around there.
Pogba's vision is a gift. His vision is it's something that can't be taught. You know what I mean? It's an inherent no. Whereas Locatelli needs to learn the field, whereas Pogba, it's in his head. He knows he's already got it visualized. So there, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
How he hits the ball striking ability of Pogba, not about on the goal. How he hits the ball to maneuver it between the lines. How he passes it in behind. How he passed. He did one that was a bit stronger as it should be, but it made the ball turned in a way it was on the path of Chiesa. Like you remember one kick, it was a bit overpowered, but it was correct. The angle was correct for Chiesa to go to touch. That's how a regista should be in the future. But my
You
point
mean like
is
a precision? It's a precision and
precision,
precise.
the angle, the
They have to be
angle.
fearless. They have to be fearless with the ball. I mean, you have to take passes. You need to push it in angles. Like for example, look, the thing is what irritates me about Loca is every time Loca touches the ball, he looks for Danilo. That's the first person he looks for, and Danilo's
Oh
like,
yeah,
okay, fine, F it. I'll because like the thing is like, and this is why I get frustrated with all the Danilo hate. Like Danilo to me knows where to play the ball, knows how to essentially like to be honest with you, like there's instances with a scalpel where Danilo is able to put that ball. I mean, guys, can we not like for example the back heel that he did in Empoli's side of the field, right outside their box,
Oh
back
yeah,
heels it
so
right to
yeah,
Keza. So it's like
yeah.
Danilo to me is like almost like a defensive midfield, but is a center back. Like he is like an actual center back regista in a sense, because it's like if anything, like if you look at most of the movements, Loca defers to Danilo, and Danilo's like, okay, fine, I need to penetrate the ball here, I need to move the ball here. That's what kind of frustrates me about Locatelli, where it's like, be courageous.
But that speaks to heart. That speaks to backbone. He doesn't have the
I think
backbone
he's
or
low on
the
confidence.
I also wish Danilo
I
knew
feel
he
he's low
okay,
on
but
confidence.
he could
but
play as
Misak,
a center
how
back
long
his whole life because he was
Yeah,
never
yeah,
good
I
as a
agree.
right back.
Misak, how long do you try to fit a square peg into a circle hole though?
The thing is, he is a
Until it
square peg in
squirts.
a square hole. It is a square hole because he's playing as a mediano. He's not playing alone because he's not playing alone when he has the ball. It's not like he doesn't have anybody next to him. He has always either Miretti or Rabiot just next to him. Even Danilo comes inside into the midfield. Even Gatti comes inside to the midfield to make a pivot inside. Like so, and even when Cambiaso comes near him. So there are options. The issue is, I don't know why he doesn't go for the basic stuff that can push the ball forward, and he
So,
tries this extravagant balls over the top that he
but
does.
that's what I
misses.
mean. So how long do you go with this experiment? Because for me, it's
I
not
think
working.
you should, yeah, not against Lazio. That's because on the ball he's terrible, but off the ball, defensively he does the job. Okay, which is needed against big teams, not against small teams. Too, you need more power in possession. You need to be controlling the power play better. That's
My
why I'm
question,
thinking
Fagioli. Fagioli as a regista, yes
yeah,
or
yeah,
no?
yeah. That's my idea. That's my idea. Like we can
Mhm.
try.
And
We should try either
thinking,
or even Miretti. I remember Miretti playing a regista role
no.
during 2 years ago. Remember, 2 years ago it was against Venezia, I think, at
Mhm.
our home. The first game when we already locked into the top four, he brought in regista Miretti, and he played very well. So because even if you look at Miretti's long balls, he was doing it well. The issue with Miretti again is he is too slow when he he sees the net. It's like he has PTSD and he doesn't know what to do with it. Like every time it's like so slow. It's like the net is gonna turn into a monster and eat him.
Well, I
Man,
think if you're a midfielder, for me, in my opinion, okay, if you're gonna play as whether a mezzala, I think he's more like a mezzala attacking mid.
he is.
I think he's more of
He
an.
is.
Okay, it sounds weird what I'm about to say. He kind of reminds me of that little Mesut Ozil style play. I know I'm sounding weird when I say
No,
that,
no.
but
He is a Tony Cruz, but
yeah,
Bayern Munich Tony
yeah,
Cruz.
like
Not
the
this
thing
one.
is, he can be creative, but I feel like he needs to understand his strikers and how they move, the way they move, understand their habits, so he knows what kind of passes to give. He has to get used to playing with the players that he has, and I think
He has
that's
to know how to shoot too. His ball striking ability, professional level, is non-existent. He doesn't know how to strike the ball well. And finishing is there is no finishing yet. So there is a lot of stuff to work in. But the key with why he is so necessary is compared to Fagioli, he is more athletic. If you notice, he runs more, he presses more, he goes into the boxes more. Fagioli, I feel, it's very stagnant. It's like
that's why I feel
he
like he can
is.
be a regista.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
okay, you don't have the speed and the physicality for it. Let's drop you back because you still have great technique. He can still, in some moments, Fagioli, you can see he has the technique to beat the press. Like he can dribble, small flick, something like that.
He's not bad with his
I,
passes too, though.
it's not very bad, but the thing is, he doesn't try to pass a lot. He doesn't try to pass a lot, which is, as a register, you have to pass a lot. Your volume should be high. Your pass volume should be high because you have to dictate the play. So let's see. But by time, our most important thing is having Pogba fit. Having Pogba fit alone is like having about 50 signings for us. 50 good signings.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
Like that goal he scored, like out of the blue, and it's in the net, without even flinching, without even waiting for the ball to drop. One hit.
Pogba's capabilities are like to be able to create something out of nothing. Like he's definitely capable of doing that, whether that he's scoring a goal or whether he's creating that chance. Even in the last game against Bologna, like he was able to give that pass to Illing, and then Illing gave that nice cross to Vlahovic, and he scored. I think we need that player in the middle because we're missing that factor. And I don't think it's Rabiot or Fagioli or Miretti doing the job. I think this one's just for Pogba, that creative factor to be able to create chances and put the goals in the back of the net. That's what we're missing in the midfield.
It's the create the chances part. I think I am not overly hard on Vlahovic this game. I think he tried to create. I think most of the time he had his back to two defenders, a good chunk of the time, anywho. But that vertical pass is sorely missed. So I agree with you guys in that contest. But I don't think we need one that necessarily scores. We think we need someone to unlock the last third. I think once we get that threaded pass, then it would be a lot of difference. We'll have different conversations.
I think Ducham's played a lot better this season. Yeah, definitely a lot better.
Apparently, Pogba has back injury.
No, it's no. It's a twinge in the back of his thigh.
Okay. The man
back of his thigh or a twinge, like
like a twinge,
like a cramp, like a heavy cramp.
We need to push him out the door.
Or he pulled it out.
Push him to Saudi.
Yeah. Let's see. That depends on the recovery time. Like sometimes it's just a massage and stuff, and it will work out.
And then what?
Sometimes
and then he's got a twinge in his wrist, and then he's got a problem with his finger, and then he's
if it's his wrist,
injured again, or what's going on? Like, did he just got injured again, or is it that back problem?
Look, if it's a twinge, he pulled his thigh. He pulled his thigh muscle, apparently. Let's see. May God protect him, but I have to sleep because I have to wake up.
I mean, if it's another 20 days, if it's another 20-day recovery, then
that's a problem.
If it's like 3 days, whatever.
Yeah, 3 days, even 10 days, he will be back by Lazio. No problem. Just this.
I thought you guys were referring to that hip injury he's been having, and he's going to have it for his whole career. I heard some rumors about that, so that's why I wasn't make sure.
Yeah, he has an iliac problem in his iliac back, which is
his hip.
Not now to worry about. It's in the future. He has a very short. His hour clock, like his countdown is very quick. Yeah, his window is very gonna close soon. So let's get the most of it. And
I agree.
I think his window's closed.
I think there is
like someone grabbed it and shut it closed.
I
think it has
if we're going to do that, who we're going to have as a replacement, and that's the thing. We're talking about somebody that is able to create chances, and that's my concern.
Kefren Turan, but we don't have money. That's the issue. Kefren Turan can fix it, in my opinion. He has the technical quality, dribbling, everything.
Realistically, Misak, I don't think we can use the money reasoning because I don't think we're replacing anybody mid-season. I think we're going to be replacing. We don't do fuck all in January usually, anyways. So I think there's a good chance that we'll at least hit top 4, and we will have some money to play with because we're also going to be losing a few more dollars in the wage bill as well. What I think for this year though is I think we need to get into post Pogba era, and we need to stop injecting him in the last 30 minutes and get a player that we can see for the future. There's too many small injuries for me to justify not giving other people chances.
I think my idea is like sending him in January to Saudi Arabia and then buying not a young midfielder instead. Like even Samaris is good, but Kefren Turan is like potentially a Pogba level player.
I think the Pogba problem is that he wants to play in the Euros just like Bonucci. So I don't think Pogba wants to go to Saudi.
but what some people are getting selected from Saudi, and the league is very, I'm not gonna say high quality, very high quality, but it has some quality, because a lot of top level players are going there right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go sleep, guys. Forza Juve, we played good.
You take care, man.
See you.
Ciao.
Take care. Bye. Ciao.
Later. Peace.
Alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up shortly. You guys have any final thoughts?
Nope, I gotta go to work anyways.
Alrighty.
I'm good. I'm celebrating with these glasses. So yeah.
You need a blunt with those glasses.
Yeah, definitely, and some Hennessy too.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. So I'll give you guys some like broadcasting updates. I think I'm filming or making 3 separate videos tomorrow. So you guys are going to be getting some content in the week. I'm going to be guesting on our podcast version. So I'll be jumping in on the Turin Giants podcast, which is our podcast side, which they kind of do their thing. We do our thing here. So look out for me on.
What does that air on? Is that on?
That's on Spotify, SoundCloud, all those areas there. So I'll be on there. Have you guys listened to them before?
No,
Never.
I
I'm
haven't.
gonna check it out now.
Yeah, normally we usually, so that's like Farhad and all those other guys, so like the OGs on that one. Dave and I kind of were just like, hey, we'll do our own thing on the YouTube. So because we thought about posting the podcast on YouTube, but at the same time, it's just kind of weird to post a podcast on YouTube.
I think it might be effective. It might work.
We just don't want to throw too much stuff on here, and everyone's like, what the hell's all that other stuff?
I think it's conflicting. You guys have your zone, they have their zone. You guys stay in each other's page, you're still advertising the same product.
Yeah,
that works. Yeah.
So we'll be there. Also, I'm going to be working on a post, like a little bit of a tactical breakdown. So Misak and I are going to work on some tactics, some etch and sketchboard stuff that we'll be posting. And then this one's going to be a treat for the international break. So it's going to be me, the Sporting 160 guys. So if you guys were here back when we faced Sporting in the Europa League, we actually sat with those guys and talked with them for about a week and a half. Then also the Lions Den, which is a Galatasaray channel. So me and their crews are going to be sitting down. We're going to actually break down the Champions League, the group stages and stuff like that, just so we're covering some other stuff outside of Juve, just so you guys have some other stuff too, because I think it gets tedious if I'm just sitting here making live streams of Juve every single day where there's not really any crazy news. So rather not occupy 2 to 3 hours of your time with pure boredom. So
no, I like the other fan club idea. I think that's dope.
So we're going to be doing some fun stuff. Obviously, once EAFC 24 comes out, we'll be making some content with the good old game and stuff. Frankie's got the squad set up, and Colin is a regular there, so Colin will play as well. If you guys want to join us, hop on the Discord, and we'll put you in on the roster. So right now, I think it's just me, Frankie, yourself, Dave, and then I believe Bones is playing as well, since it's cross-play now. So we have Bones on the squad too. So
don't be a peasant, get a PC.
Yeah.
I got
Master Race. So again, I'm going to throw that up there. I'll throw up the QR code. I saw the Batmad. I got a notification that he joined the Discord. So again, guys, it's a fun community, man. We have a lot of fun. But I'm gonna hit the music. Jeff likes to do video or his voice messages instead of typing. Jeff is the GOAT, man. Jeff will sit there and it's just like he'll have like voice message after voice message after voice message.
Yeah. So much easier than texting.
And then, so I remember someone asked on there, they're like, why does Jeff like why doesn't Jeff type? And Jeff's like, F it, I'm too lazy to type.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm always playing these things on the job site and everyone just like stops what they're doing and be like, well, what the fuck are you listening to?
All right. I'll keep that in mind for sure. But I'll make sure to like just text. I'll do a little bit of both.
Oh, the voice messages are dope, man. It's your thing.
Yeah, do you, dude.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, I'm going to hit the music. I'm going to sign this off. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We ended this one with a W. Thanks for tuning in, guys, for this watch along. Dave will be back on the next watch along. He'll be back from Italy, so we will see him. Lazio, huh? So we're going to have some content. I'm going to try to keep you guys occupied during the international break while Dave is flexing about being on a cruise. But all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will release some stuff throughout the week. We will see you then. Make sure you do this old Subaruni and all that other fun jazz. And we'll catch you on the next one, huh, guys? See ya.